There we are, guys. Welcome to another session of WinnerStaysOn, but a very unique one, I must say, this week, with one hell of a weekend ahead. We are warming up one of the two UK qualifiers here, Problem X. Congratulations to him again.
Yep, the one who's still actually in the UK at this point. I think Ryan Hart has gone back to Germany at this point and will be flying out tomorrow, but Problem X, we have him for one more night before he heads to the Capcom Cup, Anaheim, Los Angeles in the US.
Yeah, so strap tight, guys. We are going to be discussing, we're going to be playing, we're going to be analysing. I mean, there's been a lot of drama.
Oh my god, the brackets have been
a lot of drama to talk about.
Yeah, people have been dropping out left, right and centre, and we've had to like find replacements, and it keeps like changing how the actual like brackets set up, but we think we finally now got the final bracket out.
Yep.
And like people know who they're going to play, so they're getting that, last couple of nights of like preparation in before we all goes down on Friday. Yeah,
and Justin Wong said it like it is. In any case, you should be preparing for all 32. You never know.
You should be preparing to win.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
You can't just prepare for your first match and then just, I just want to know. You didn't spend the whole year qualifying to just win your first match and then, get eliminated. So, in any case, those players will be more than ready. But I'll tell you what's very interesting for me is I looked at that 32, right, after all this drama and, that everyone had been, like, replaced and we found the people who could make it. You wouldn't know. You'd struggle to pick, I think it's the six people who have managed to get a lifeline, and you would really struggle to find out. Because
everyone
the
who's on there deserves
still
to be
look
there,
ridiculous.
Pretty much,
It's incredible. So
it's interesting looking at it. Like if we'd have continued with Ultra Street Fighter 4 through to this year, you look at that kind of like top 32. And you could see that as like a top 32 for Ultra Street Fighter.
We always said that would be the case.
We always did, The players who were the best at Street Fighter have remained.
There was a lot of talk. There was a lot of people who aren't even playing now who are saying a lot of things.
Literally go back to this time last year.
Yeah,
this time last year.
It's over for this guy.
This guy's gonna be irrelevant. Like give it a few months, drop off, and
I'm the new kid on the block. I'm old school.
Step aside.
Watch what I do.
OGs,
Yeah. I mean, where are they? I mean, with respect though. I mean, not to sound malicious. It's just it's not surprising.
Yeah.
To see the usual suspects there because good players are good players.
If you're a god, you're a god.
That's it. Yeah. Wow. All right, so I guess we're going to be kicking off with a little set, little first to five. Going to get the one and only Problem X, who's qualified again for his second year running.
Yeah.
For the Capcom Cup Finals, he's going to be going up against Jammerz, your friendly neighborhood commentator.
Very true. Yeah.
Very knowledgeable guy.
Knows lots about the game.
Been knocking on his shoulder every now and then when I'm not sure about one or two things. The bookworm of Street Fighter. And these guys are going to be rocking. I'm not sure what matchup. Problem, I imagine going into Capcom this weekend won't be focusing on just Alex. I think he's got arguably, in my opinion, the favorite for the week. I mean, in my humble opinion,
interesting.
Potentially the favorite for the weekend.
Xiao Hai.
Undoubtedly the most informed guy towards the end of the year. I would say in terms of like having when he has won, it's looked completely one-sided and he's dominated against some of the more.
It was NuckleDu who took him out was it last time we saw him play?
Really impressive play from NuckleDu, And up to that point, he'd been very difficult to stop. Even when Momochi was able to reset the bracket in the grand finals, was it Southeast Asia Major or whatever it was? He completely dominated after that. So it'd be interesting to see how Problem prepares for that, because that's going to be a tough one.
Well, Problem did start on a win last time he was at the Capcom Cup last year, so can he repeat that success by staying in the winners bracket at the start?
There were some intense matches, and I'll tell you what, a big thanks to you, Matt, and everyone at Capcom for that decision to make it 3 out of 5 the whole way. I think that is a no-brainer.
There was a lot of community outcry on that, so like the CPT team thankfully did decide.
Yeah, you don't spend a year trying to get to a place like that. I mean, 3 out of 5 is harsh enough,
Yeah, especially like a game like this where the rounds are so fast-paced and it can all go wrong with just 2 quick mistakes.
Round 2. Fight.
So this is one of definitely one of Problem's characters that he might consider drawing out.
We don't see so much Bison from Rom these days, isn't it? Yeah, generally tends to be more Alex.
Still there, but it's very much an Alex main these days.
Oh yeah,
he's in love with that character and he makes it work.
Yeah, if he's having a good day, it looks like kind of hopeless for the opposition.
And with the Mikas in mind, you've got Luffy sitting pretty in the bracket.
Yeah. Who is it? Like, is it Ryan who's got to play Fudo first?
Ryan got a horrible draw, but you know what, he's in.
Yeah.
And from when you're in, anything's possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he got. You're right. He got.
But
Fudo.
Ryan's always done classically has done quite well against the Japanese competition.
Oh yeah, He's very comfortable with it.
Yeah. He knows how to deal with their kind of like style of. I mean, it's more kind of like a regional style, I guess, when it comes to like Street Fighter. And like, yeah, he seems to have more success against the Japanese players. And obviously, he beat. Did he beat Daigo at EGX? And he's
he did beat Daigo.
And he beat Momochi. Where did he beat Momochi?
Beat Momochi at DreamHack.
That was it. Yeah. So
he's had a good year. He's had a good year.
He
definitely is. Even though he's qualified through a bit of fortune, he definitely deserves to be there.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Without a shadow of doubt, he can hold his own against anyone in that tournament. I think Momochi's got to be the fans' favourite at the moment.
The Ken players.
Yeah, he is just incredibly. I mean, if you're talking just pure technique, where Xiao Hai is raw talent and reactions, just pure technique and execution and creativity, he's got to be the best player in the world for those things alone. For those things, he is ridiculous for those things. He's like reinventing the game every time he plays it. So, to beat that guy, I mean, Ryan Hart definitely belongs to him. Nice.
Who's Phenom got first round?
Phenom, who was it? He's at the bottom. Yeah, Phenom.
Oh, no, it was Kazunoko, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kazunoko. Yeah. 500 plus points got him Kazunoko. I mean, seriously.
But Kazunoko, I mean, obviously the champion from last year, but this game he hasn't had quite as a dominant performance.
No, he hasn't.
I would say Phenom has had a better year in terms of those two players.
Definitely, definitely.
But we'll see how brushed up Kazunoko is on the Nakali matchup by the time he gets to Capcom Cup on Friday.
Yeah, honestly, I do feel like having Haitani, as good as that guy is for the Japanese, has somehow, in some ways, worked against them.
Yeah, because like Phenom he will make the most hardest of reads and just go for those gambles and
so different from your Haitani style. So different.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not as calm and collected. So
I think you've got to be careful how you prepare for a guy like Phenom. I mean, it's very easy to say, okay, this guy plays.
You almost want someone like Ito, whatever, playing in the Nakali. Then there would be a much better way to prepare.
That's actually a really good. That's a really good analogy, Matt, because that is probably what Phenom
basically
is at times.
If they convinced Ito play Nakali over the last few months, then maybe they'll be ready for Phenom. If not, then I don't know how you prepare for that matchup.
It's like organised chaos, He has moments of brilliance, then questionable things that some people would argue, that shouldn't have worked. But he's so clever. He's doing the thing. He's playing in accordance to his opponent.
It's like him and Daigo this year are 2-2 in terms of blowing each other up at different tournaments.
Adaptations have been really good.
I mean, after the EU regional finals, everyone was thinking, Daigo's figured this out, and he's got Phenom's number now. And then we had that performance at where was it they faced afterwards?
Was it in Italy?
Oh yeah. Was that the? No, that was.
That's when Phenom won, right? That was the
regional finals. Yeah, that was where he destroyed him. So it was the one before that.
The one before that, Daigo destroyed him.
Yeah, I think it was EGX.
EGX, that was it. Yeah, Phenom said he didn't expect Daigo to throw that many fireballs. Oh, where is he? Throw that many fireballs, man. It was ridiculously.
Good. Too far away. Because it hit so low, I guess. Okay. Jammerz puts a round on the board.
Problem.
Looking a bit bewildered there. Yeah.
I think confirm that. I swear. What happened?
Trying to think of our other European friends we got out there as well. Mr. Crimson. Who's
Luffy, Mr. Crimson.
Who's Mr. Crimson got first?
Mr. Crimson has Momochi.
Oh wow. You need to ask Ryan for some tips yesterday.
Yeah. I think he won't be too scared of Kendo.
Yeah.
It's
more scared of the player than the character.
Match, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Dowson seems to do okay in that matchup.
Wow, that cross-up was so meaty.
There's been some tough picks for the European players in terms of how the brackets are lined up.
Yeah, it has been really, really. I mean, to be honest with you, there's very few. I can't see a single match where you know who's gonna win. I mean, I don't know too much about Brody, but what I saw of him. He's a very capable player. Like he beats amazing players in the last tournament he entered. So, him having MOV first match doesn't mean MOV's got a free ride. MOV could very easily be sent to losers in that.
There's no sort of question marks where you say a player might not do so well, like we had with Chuchu a few years back, just because at that point a player that hadn't really proved themselves so much in the tournament as much as some of the other players have. Whereas at this point, everybody's done something.
Yeah. The only area where I might disagree with you slightly is probably the worst draw in the whole bracket. Probably the most unluckiest guy there. But then a lucky guy because he wasn't in it originally. But DRA on 88 points has qualified. The lowest.
Human Bomb, I think, has less points than that, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I think
it was around the 70s.
Really?
I might be wrong.
You might be right. I mean, 88 points. Bloody hell.
I guarantee Human Bomb has less than 100. I think it was around 70 or 80 points. So
What do you think?
88? 88 points for Human Bomb. Okay.
What do you think DRA's reward was? DRA's on 8. Well, they're both on 88 points.
Okay. Okay. So it's a draw.
What do you think DRA's reward was for his his 88 points?
So he plays. Was it his infiltration?
Just a little bit worse. No, actually, sorry,
Tokido.
not as bad. Yeah, Tokido.
Okay,
Not
there
as
we go.
bad as
Yeah, yeah.
infiltration.
Is
So he bags Tokido on a whopping 1,048 points. Is his first game in the bracket.
Does that mean that is Human Bomb facing off against infiltration?
Infiltration.
There we go. That makes sense because those two are the top seeds. Yeah.
So you're probably right about Human Bomb, unless they both finished on exactly 88 points. His name's actually so big that I can't see the points.
It
on
probably
the
would have been the one
bracket.
who qualified first, I guess.
Okay.
Unless they maybe just drew it out of the hat. I'm not sure there's probably some official system they would have used. But yeah, it has been very confusing this year. So there are like talks like, for the potential of like CBT to turn yesterday and how we might streamline it a bit.
I do think. I mean, there's been some. It's been confusing and it's not easy to explain. Yes, but I think on a positive note, when you look at the spread of players and nations that are being represented in this top 32, I think the system's been very successful. I think Capcom's done a great job. I mean, if you look at the flags and the mixture and the strength per region, of course, there's always going to be a large amount of Asian players. And
I mean, the first round of battles it pretty much is just like different countries versus different countries. There aren't many crossover in that.
So exciting.
Yeah.
It's so
I can't
exciting,
wait. I can't wait.
So yeah, I think it's done. I think the point system has been. I think the actual balance has been brilliant. The only thing I would say we got to step up on as an organisation is just that point spread. That's all it is. For someone who finishes top 8 like 10 times, maybe we'll see more reward next year. We'll see.
Yeah. That's. I was speaking to a lot of the US players when I was in Seattle for Red Bull Battlegrounds, and that was the kind of feedback they were saying is that they would hope for a more even point distribution between the top 8 next year. So I think it's a fair point. All right, is Jammerz about a amount of comeback here? That stun is racking up.
Yeah. You can't make too many mistakes.
It was on the cusp. It was on the cusp.
It was there for the taking.
Yeah.
That jump looked a bit late from Problem. I think a dash in command grab would have connected.
Maybe. Problem's just imparting some pearls of wisdom there.
Jammerz just has that look on his face. It's like, God damn it, I had that.
A lot of players I kind of feel they feel that they don't got beaten. They just kind of beat themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like sometimes I get that. I see that look from Problem and Jammerz and players like that. Because when I lose, I think, yeah, I lost. That guy was better than me.
Got to be careful not to give too much away when you're up against certain opponents, though. They feed off that.
Yeah. Makes those hard reads less hard.
Great spacing on that. He's expecting that down forward hard punch, and he's just spacing out the way of it, punishing it.
King of plus frames. Oh, nice. Gets a little juggle there with a standing heavy kick. Straight into that generator. Blow up.
Round 2. Fight.
So if you were a betting man, who would you put money on to win Capcom Cup this year? If you had to. I think there's maybe about 4 or 5 players that I think would, not necessarily safe bets, but would probably emerge at the top of most people's impressions who's going to win.
Wow, nice beautiful punish. I actually think I could go lower than 5. I could actually pick maybe 3 or 4 players.
3 or 4. So Xiao Hai?
Absolutely, Xiao Hai.
Okay.
I just think the guy's on fire at the moment.
Yep.
Despite that beatdown NuckleDu gave him.
Tokido? Would you put him in there?
I mean, when that guy's going, he's insanely good at this game.
But not in your top 3 or whatever it is?
Not necessarily,
wow.
no, because he's had a lot of human moments towards the latter stages of the year.
What about NuckleDu?
Well, NuckleDu just, for going off form, that kid's in a different league right now. If you're just going off form, the last few events, you could easily give it to NuckleDu. But again, taking the whole year into consideration, I wouldn't. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't put my money on NuckleDu.
So a lot of people are not
3.
putting. Would maybe count out infiltration at this point.
A lot of people are. Infiltration even said in his latest interview, I believe it was with Kim1234. Big shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
He said he's had to make adjustments because people are really figuring out the weaknesses of Nash.
Yeah.
And I've been saying from the beginning, and some people still disagree now, but I don't necessarily think Nash is actually a top 5 character. Still,
well, okay.
Still for me. I know he destroys a lot of the cast, and he plays Street Fighter 5 really well. He runs away. His style of play is perfect for the game. I still feel like there are weaknesses that even a very clever player like Infiltration can be very vulnerable to, and I think as the game has evolved, you've seen people really exploit those weaknesses in the character. Still a great character, probably is top 5, but I can understand what someone's saying he isn't.
But is Infiltration top 3 of potential winners to win a Capcom Cup for you?
You'd have to say yes, but if you're going off recent form, yeah, I mean, still, yeah, he still brings it, man. I mean, he rocked a Rashid out of nowhere and did serious damage. I mean, the guy's so talented.
Okay, so there's Xiao Hai, Infiltration. Who else is top for you?
So I have to say Xiao Hai. I'd be mad not to say Infiltration.
Not Tokido.
I'm actually not leaning on Tokido right now. I've got this.
Are you going to pick Fudo over Tokido?
I was very confident when I first said I could pick less than 5 players. I was very confident indeed, but I'm second guessing now. That's probably moves into is that 4? That's
5-1, isn't it? I think.
Is that 5-1?
I believe that's 5-1. Who's jumping on next?
Let's bring this back on. Let's bring this back up and have a look, Matt. K-Brad versus Daigo is a freaking tasty one too. I wouldn't say. I think everyone's been waiting all year for Daigo to really peak, and I think he did at one point when he won 2 events back to back, week after week.
Yeah.
But again,
he's kind of like, it just seems like the level's kind of like got a bit higher again, because it's slowly been creeping up throughout the year and having like different times where it's just gone a lot higher, and kind of think some players end up being left behind, have to play catch up so much.
I still wouldn't.
Momochi, of course. Yeah. Momochi.
I think that's the guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, I know there's an obvious someone there.
Yeah,
I think that's who I'm thinking of.
I don't know why I forget Momochi, but just because I haven't seen him play so much recently.
Let me just make sure it's him. Who else am I leaving out by saying those 3?
So so that would be Xiao Hai, Momochi, and Infiltration are your top 3.
I'm going to stick with that. If we're talking Street Fighter 5, I mean, if it was Street Fighter 4, I'd definitely say Kazunoko, but this is Street Fighter 5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, for me, right, just thinking of these guys in their peak form, when they really hit it, I really do feel like those 3 guys are arguably just a tiny cut above the next 2.
I would agree with you, but I would get rid of Infiltration and put Tokido.
You'd get rid of Infiltration?
I would.
You wouldn't just go for a 4?
No, I would put my top 3 as because everybody's been saying like maybe his sandbag and stuff, but it's just most recent performances have been not as anywhere near as dominant as they were at the start of the year. So maybe he's like been a secret character on deck or something like that. I suppose you can never really like count him out. But just in terms of what I've seen recently, I don't think a player like that would be sandbagging.
Yeah.
I think he's still trying to win.
I
think he's still trying to win.
Traditionally, he's not the kind of guy to sandbag. Everyone saw him pick, Hakan against PR Rug in Evo a couple of years ago, and everyone thought he was sandbagging. He wasn't sandbagging.
I saw like Stumfest like last year, like he was playing like Infectious. Instantly brought the Goken out and just played the easy matchup.
Completely annihilated him.
Yeah.
He does not really sandbag. He's not. It's not in his nature, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I think you're absolutely right.
At the middle of the year, Infiltration would have been top on pretty much everyone's list. It's just like you couldn't question it, but just now, I just don't know.
I think the evolution of the other Nashes as well. The Yukadons, the Eli Joes, really like performing well, giving people that base to practice when Infiltration isn't there. Even though Infiltration, of course, is in a league of his own for that Nash play, it still really helps everyone catch up. I think Bonchan especially. I mean, his style is very similar to Infiltration's for me. It's a lot more calculated, and his meaty pressure is so unique to him. But the actual neutral and the way he keeps out and starts the momentum again, it's a really good practice. And I feel like guys like that, constantly being at these events, constantly training with the Asian and the North American players, has made it difficult for Infiltration to dominate with one character. He's had to switch up.
And then you have like players like Luke, Yukadon, whatever, like kind of like playing Nash as well, kind of like a high level. And like once that guy started to, because he came second at Evo, didn't he? So like, that was the kind of like point where he figured it out, and you feel like a lot of the Japanese players must have been starting to like play him more and more in their country, and sort of like figuring out that matchup a bit more.
Yeah, look, if he does pick Nash throughout, hypothetically speaking, I don't think he will.
Yeah.
If he was to pick Nash throughout, it would be a very, very uphill battle.
Yeah. But then he's been working with like Rashid. We've seen a little bit of Balrog here and there. I think there's one other character. Was it Chun-Li or something he's been playing as well? I'm not sure, but yeah. You kind of figured that he's like put some training with pretty much every character on the select screen at this point. He might just come out of nowhere and end up picking like, I don't know, Fang or something, and like making it work more than Xian does the same.
Yeah.
You used to know that guy. Yeah.
He could really do that. And if there's one guy who I really feel like has got absolutely zero chance of winning the tournament, as talented as they are, I'm sorry, Xian, but there's no way you're winning that with Fang. There's absolutely no chance of Fang winning Capcom Cup. I'll put our mortgage on that crap. There is absolutely no chance in hell that Fang is winning this tournament that people have been battling.
There goes Xian. There's like, you know.
But
Femi's ready to double the prize money for a Capcom Cup.
But Xian, if you prove me wrong, Xian, I will love you forever, because that would be a dream come true.
That would be more impressive than winning Evo.
Yeah. No, absolutely, it really would.
It would be the single most impressive achievement in the history of Street Fighter, or possibly anything.
I think it was SRK ranking on Twitter. Put up like a profile for every player who qualified, and then it had like their plethora of victories throughout the year.
Yeah.
And it looked so cool. It was like Justin Wong, three first places, 2 second places, and all these fantastic events that he'd had success in. Then it had Fudo, 3 second places, 2 first places, and the regions that they won in. It just looked awesome. Then it got to Xian, and Xian is like probably as talented as anyone else in the event, right? But him playing Fang just made that record just look kind of like so fraudulent. It was like 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place. Then it was like 1st place at some South American event that nobody went to. That was it. And that's not anything away from Xian. Xian knows I love him, but it's just so uphill with Fang. If he was playing another character, he would have had 1st place, 2nd place. He would have probably qualified ages ago,
Is it a similar story of like Zangief players? Do you reckon? Like we would never see a Zangief player like winning Capcom Cup.
I think Zangief would depending on the luck of the draw. Zangief could win a tournament like that. The luck of the draw, But there are some matches that kind of make the character very, very challenging to win. And it's unlikely that you get through a tournament because the characters that give him a hard time are so popular.
True.
So it's very unlikely. But I think, away from the popular characters, even though a lot of people say that's not relevant because you're always going to play popular. But away from the popular characters, I feel like, he can still devastate a number of members of the cast. He's
kind of a secondary character, I guess, isn't it? Someone like cover your characters like bad matchups potentially.
He really can give people a hard time in this game. He's a very, he's a very solid character in that sense. But there are just some really bad matches that he has.
I think we're going to see a lot of. I think we're going to see a lot of like pocket characters like coming out who we've not seen like players play before at Capcom Cup. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the odd Urian just coming out here and there and like testing like players' knowledge of the matchup and stuff. Oh, that was such a fail. And again.
Oh, he started so well.
Oh my god. And the mix up. No, okay, good. 3rd time lucky.
Oh, nice. And he confirms it too.
People in the chat were saying EU won't win.
I don't think many are going to argue with that. But let's not get too gassed if you were Americans saying that, yeah? I know NuckleDu's got some of you guys a bit gassed, right? It took long enough as it is, yeah? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, indeed. And a big shout out to the All-American NuckleDu. What a performance.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping I make it through customs, mate. Bloody hell. Trump's America. I'm not joking. I'm a bit nervous. I'll tell you a true story now. A work colleague of mine, Spanish guy.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Spain, has a very strong Spanish accent.
Okay.
Was held just last week on our weekly conference, our yearly conference, that he went to. He was doing his training in America. He got held for 2.5 hours. And they said, he quotes, they asked him, is that a Mexican accent? And he said, no, it's a Spanish accent. And they're like, where's Spain? In South America? And he's a very passionate Spanish guy, so he got so angry.
Not a good idea to get angry.
That just made him hold him long. How can you think Spain is in South America? It's not. Spain is in Europe. Why would you say?
Why would somebody in that position, like as like a hotel security staff, not? You'd have thought basic kind of education to know, where certain countries are on the map.
Absolutely.
Need to go back to geography, whatever their version of GCSE is. Oh, nice. He was ready for that. Got the Shoryu Repper.
Wow, wake up stab medium punch with Laura.
Yeah. Went straight into the Titan combo. Oh! That hits twice. Never forget. Why is Logan cosplaying as Team Fortress 2 Scout? That's a good call.
That's a really good one.
Oh dear.
Nice one, mate. Oh my god, the DPs are costing him everything. Oh, nice reset.
And again!
No, seriously, that's hard to block though. I've been hit by that 1,000 times because it looks like it's a normal DP, then it just goes into this second part.
I suppose, yeah, this game isn't it? You just like press forward that 1 second, all of a sudden, body. One more to stun, one more to stun. Don't sell it.
Oh, nice.
Don't jump.
Just slows it down. He wanted a DP. Oh, what a confirm. He's dead.
Shades of versus fighting from a couple of years back.
Just when there was some hope.
He's got the wrong glasses on. That's why. Right. I believe.
Nice,
I believe Logan will now be joining Fang on the mic.
Put my mic on.
Logan Sama.
You are about to hear the most rude, dismissive, offensive, mocking commentary you've ever heard.
Hey, we're on Capcom 5, man. Capcom 5.
Exactly. Getting it all out now. There's a camera on me. Sorry, wait, let me. There we go.
Bloody hell.
Right. Are we ready? Let's go.
That's my guy.
Make sure you pick a nice command grab character, please, Problem. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. How you feeling? How you feeling for this weekend, Logan? Are you going to be watching it somewhere local? Or?
Yeah, man, I think we might, get some drinks in and enjoy top 32 action.
I was thinking of getting my local cinema to cover it.
Oh, command grab straight away. Look at that, mate. I hope he doesn't mash DP.
Yeah, he really didn't want to pick Boxer against Mago characters. Matt really doesn't like that, does he?
It's kind of surreal having you here.
It's been a while, look. It's been a while. Tell you what, mate.
Nice
what a
full
jump.
screen ground pound there for no reason at all. Got jumped. Take this higher. Here we go. Come on, grab. Ooh! So we've got Phenom, Haitani. Which other Gamer B, I guess, of course. Which other Nakalis have we got present?
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. It's a very popular character. Phenom, Haitani, Gamer B. I think Brolino plays am I wrong about that?
Yeah, he does.
He does, doesn't he? He plays a very strong Nikali. Yeah, the brackets look ridiculous, Logan. Seriously, the first matches, like a couple of those first matches are literally grand finals. Like they literally could be grand finals of a local major. Right? It's ridiculous.
Round 2.
Very difficult to call. Quick look
Hey.
at what else we have.
We'll get that up for you in a minute on the screen with the brackets because we're going to have a good look through that.
Oh yeah, hell, I want to talk about something. Oh, what?
Well, yeah, you're right. Some of those first round matchups are literally grand finals.
Seriously.
Of tournaments we've seen this year. It's crazy how the seeding works, because you end up with what, like 1,800 points. Congratulations, you get Kazunoko.
Yeah, I mean, there's only really one or two pretty poorly balanced matches where it could be a bit hard for the person involved. The rest is just like it's a toss-up.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy action, and 3 out of 5 the whole way through, so it's going to be incredible.
We were just talking about that a minute ago. That's fantastic news.
And of course, it's all going to be streamed, every single match. So
oh man,
it's a lot of games you're going to be able to enjoy. So I hope you've got absolutely nothing planned for the weekend. Wherever you're watching in the world. Shout out to all our international viewers tonight, though, of course, as well.
Get a decent amount, don't you? I was viewing just the other week. I saw some people saying they were from some crazy places all over the world. Capcom fighters bringing everyone together.
I think the UK players are flying out Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow. From the Mex is out tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I think Reinhardt's already on his way. Or something like that.
Ryan flies out tomorrow.
Okay. Oh!
No. What did he say? Epic fail, I think? That's what the correct term, right? Epic fail. That's the one. Well played, Matt. Good stuff. You could have fierce DP'd though, it would have worked.
Round 1.
Salty as hell.
You were playing crazy though, man. What were you doing? You never DP'd that much.
Listen, Laura beats Ken in footsies, and I hate matchups against characters that beat Ken in footsies.
What's the button that gives you the most trouble in this matchup? Because I definitely
crouch and medium kick is really annoying. Her standing light kick's good as well. Oh my god,
that is amazing. Standing fierce punch
as well, yeah. She's got like her same strength normals. Her hard kick's good as well. Her same strength normals as Ken outrange his.
Insanely good.
Outrange his. So it's difficult to get the jump on her with a button that will beat her button. And her crouching medium kick's really good for just keeping you put. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Standing light kick is really good as well. The problem with standing light kick is it compensates for the weakness of all the other buttons. All the other buttons are quite slow.
Yeah.
Even for a crouch medium kick, it's very slow for a crouch medium kick. But because she's got that stand light kick that comes out as well every now and then,
yeah,
you just have to respect her when you're Ken. I do feel like some other characters just bust her head in the ground, but
I know that Ken can just jump at everybody. I know that. Like, I'm not going to pretend he can't just jump at everybody, but I can't do
Laura's
that.
one of the few characters
You've seen me
she's
playing
ready.
this. I know she can elbow, anti-air elbow.
But she's got to do it early.
Yeah, and it's you can kind of make it whiff and whatever, but it's difficult to do. And Problem has got really good reactions as well, so he's normally ready.
Yeah, his anti-air game's usually
But you've seen me play this game for like 6 months now. You know I can't like just do jumping in stuff and whatever.
Yeah, you don't like the Ata play. You got to get down with the Ata game, man.
I know. I need that. Even Momochi does it.
Playing Ken, you got the thing that makes Momochi
Listen,
so deadly is that cleanness mixed with that.
Do you know what I'm just not good at?
What's that?
Winning. That's what I'm not.
I'm not going to disagree with that. We can pull up some clips now.
Just not good at winning in general. Like so.
Ooh!
That was a good read.
I got wake up quick.
Don't have to respect the fireball then.
Matt not going down without a fight here. Oh, is he going to get wrong here? Those frames. Frames!
Overhead.
That's unsafe.
Sick punish! It's only -7, man. At least I punished overhead when I blocked them, right?
True.
You know?
True. You did.
Damn it.
Too many people be talking.
Damn right. What's the score?
2-0.
2 what?
Round 1.
2 what?
Fight.
Right. Let's keep that score there.
Matt, you need to get a game. You need to get a game,
Stop
Matt.
getting hit by buttons. Oh, no! I'm glad that he completely flopped the punishment combo. Thank God. Nice. Crouching medium kick pressure. Again, like, it's
so
very
nice to
similar
have
to
a like guaranteed meaty like that, man. It's such a big deal in this game. You look at the stuff that Bonchan does to set up his meaties. It's just so
yeah,
cool.
the tragedy is all ender in the combo, so he gets that guaranteed timing. And of course, that's so strong for Laura. Her meaties are not great, though. To be fair.
No, well, on blocks she kind of loses momentum, but
yeah,
the possibilities are just frightening. You know,
yeah. Especially when she's got bars, she can obviously do the. You can't react to the EX grab.
No. And the clap as well. It puts her in serious plus frames to put you in another situation.
That I find difficult to deal with as well. The clap in neutral, because obviously. At certain ranges, you can just walk up and sweep it, right? Because the startup's really slow, right?
I've seen a lot of negativity about Laura. I still think she's an amazing character. She's such an amazing character. Like, yeah,
she's definitely very limited. Though.
Yeah, of course. The problem is you can lock her.
And I just suck against grapplers as well. Like really bad at sucking against grapplers.
Oh, confirm the ting. Oh, Matt heading towards a game here, Logan. Oh, he could have had to
activate! Come on, get all the stun in. Reset! Oh, no!
The jump!
No!
Hey!
God damn it, Problem. See, that's what I didn't do enough. I DP'd instead of jumped. I should have jumped.
You were on some DP craziness, man.
You know what I was trying to do, yeah? I was like, he's not going to think I'm going to DP again.
What, for the whole freaking 5-game set?
I just thought, eventually...
Oh, he dropped the bar on you, Logan.
Pick your main and see if you win one game. I'll buy you lunch. Listen, pick your main now. If you win one game, stop the game. Pause. Pause the game right now. Stop it. Pause the game. Stop the game.
The salt is real.
Stop it. You pick boxer. You win one game. I'll buy you dinner.
Hey, that's a pretty decent. That's a pretty decent bet.
It's not happening. That's not even my main.
helps that it's better than his main, I guess is Logan's point.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh my days.
man, Matt is in the zone.
This character plays itself anyway. It's alright, watch. I'm going to start streaming next year and actually practice.
You know what, man? That's a really good idea. If you're streaming, I'm gonna roll up to yours a couple of times, get involved in that, man.
Yeah. Do you know what we need to do? We need to do Fight Companion top 8 view-alongs.
That would be sick. The problem is our Fight Companion compadres are from different parts of the world, so
yeah,
the challenge is getting it to work. But me and you can do it.
Yeah, trust me.
Sorry, Ken. Getting a lot of people asking about PAX tonight. Guess he's been there every week for a while. I mean, he was there last time I watched, and the time before that, actually.
Final round.
I just got to see Ibuki. Not bad, not bad. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Matt Edwards is in the zone right now. I think Logan's just lit his fire.
He's using cheating. He's downloading codes. He's got a debug kit.
I jinxed him.
He's got a debug kit, mate. That's what it is.
Oh, he's jumping him to Mongrabs like crazy. Someone's got to change it up a little. Raggle DP. Hard knockdown, point blank sweep. Oh my days.
See, it's just what's just happened today. It's just his guesses are working and my guesses didn't work. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Problem not respecting the ME. Hey, just the community manager. What are you saying? You think I don't play the game?
Got top 32 at Hypespot in 2015, mate. Respect it. It was top 32 at Hypespot in, right?
It was.
Top 32. He got a plaque. I think he actually got that framed. It's in his house now. No one else actually got anything for finishing top 30. He made them print off like a certificate. This is dead now.
She hurts. She hits and she freaking hurts, man.
They said Matt Hariga.
Nice one. Nice one, Edgar. See? Man, that is just connected.
Who's
Good
Problem
bait.
X going to fight first round on Friday? He's got Xiao Hai.
Yeah,
is that right?
He's got one of the favourites for me.
I think he seemed to be quite comfortable with the idea of playing Cammy though.
Who's that? Problem?
Yeah.
Cammy Murrow. Oh, you mean playing against Cammy? No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Problem plays that match well.
Yeah.
Plays
Didn't
match
seem
very
that
well.
phased. Obviously Xiao Hai. The thing is Xiao Hai is susceptible in certain instances.
Xiao Hai's definitely got weaknesses. One of his biggest weaknesses is he's He's quite stubborn.
Yeah.
So, you know, you punish something he does, he'll do it again. He wants to make a point that he can do it.
And Problem's really good at extracting data from people when he plays. You know, like what they're going to do in certain situations. He's really good at that. Storing that and using it later on. And of course, he plays a character that can really, really make a big deal. And again,
nice.
That critical art punishing.
Sorry, that wasn't a fluke.
Yeah. It's nice to have a critical art that goes full screen and beats everything. Can't be jumping.
Man, his DP reads have been pretty solid though. You got to give him that. Maybe something about this character. We've seen them land and he's getting hit by the meaties again. Oh, Problem just doesn't respect him. Matt's going to go into a free
Is he going to win the set?
Problem just not respecting the meaties. Matt in the zone right now. He's kicking his butt.
What? Nah, I just saw Matt give him another £20 note under the camera. No! No! The fix is in! Come on, man. You know I've got more money than Matt, Problem. If that was the case, you should have spoke to me. Disgraceful.
What?
Whose Laura do you think is better, Problems or like Happy's? What do you reckon?
It's actually my first time really seeing Problem's
so,
Laura.
you know, first impression.
Well, you know, I mean, it's obvious that Problem X's Laura is not on Affy's Laura's level. You know. However, having said that, I see many areas where Affy could definitely learn from this Laura. Like baiting, something Affy's very bad at. Right.
He plays like a very linear Laura, right? Like,
well, he's come from a character who has two moves to a character that has a plethora of different ways to.
No, I meant how Problem's playing her. He's playing in like a really
Problem's
linear
Problem's
format.
very good at Do you not remember problem to Makoto on Street Fighter 4?
I'll allow it.
Like seriously, you know that guy Makoto could beat anyone in a few games.
Yeah.
He'd win the set, but he could beat anyone in a few games. He literally just did rock paper scissors the whole round.
He's very good at putting you in rock paper scissors
Yeah, that's
situations, and I'm very bad at dealing with rock paper scissors situations.
He's very good at when he's not
Another
maining the
DP
character, he
read
finds
that
like
was
a very easy rinse and
Yeah,
repeat.
He boils them down. It's like he like ferments them down into their
he
essence.
Sieves it. Yeah, he sieves it.
This is basically it.
Complexity. Just keep it
This
simple.
is basically it. I'm going to put you. How can I
That's
get
it.
you in this situation? And you have to guess.
And he's very good at guessing right. So once he's got you in that little mix-up,
Yeah.
that's it, man. That guy's Makoto was annoying as hell, man. So annoying.
Fight.
So yeah, I'm not surprised to see him, picking up Laura. Little side gig. She's a very fun character as well, by the way. Those of you who aren't enjoying the game, the very few of you, it's too hard to please. Laura is a good option. Laura, Juri, Ibuki's great for enjoying the game as well. Tons of creativity. Let's get right up at that.
Man, this weekend's going to be so high.
Oh man, it's going to be crazy. All that hard work, Logan. Boils down to this weekend. Oh, he delayed it. He set it up. It didn't make it count.
Oh, he landed in it.
Oh, that's a punish.
Oh, no, he's not dead. Oh, and he gets the short.
He doesn't respect the meaties. He just doesn't respect it.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Tried to hold up
Because I
back.
kept missing them. Oh, God.
Wow, this is an excellent performance from Matt Edwards, I must say.
It
Logan.
is. I have to give credit where it's due, scumbag.
Looking like it was
Round one.
looking like it was going to be a straight 5-0 again for Problem X. Suddenly, Matt on the road to taking the set.
Like I said, man, this character plays himself. Press hard kick again. Yeah, go on, do it. Hard button. Press another hard button.
Finally, some blocking on Wake Up from Problem. I think the main thing is Matt's not really using the command grab, so no reason to just not block on Wake Up.
He finally gets a punish. -7.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice bait.
You have to jump forward in that situation, right?
Yeah. Safer too. I'll just get the hell out of there. The projectile only has a certain range.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to backdash and get crush counted in the air.
That too.
Nice.
Man, he's really frustrating, man. Had a hard time getting in.
Definitely a much more difficult game for her on the ground against NuckleDu.
Nice. I must say, I personally don't really enjoy this ground game, but I guess there's more I could learn with Laura. I find this ground game so frustrating.
Against NuckleDu?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see how it's a lot more difficult. You can't really freely do your fireballs at that range, even not just the critical art, like the ground pound.
Ground pound, yeah, another
knockdown.
fireball game. You don't want to be knocked down against him because he's got some good sequences. And she doesn't have many options when she's at negative frame.
I don't think I've seen a single command grab as well.
From Nikali, right?
Oh, we went for a
landed
meaty. Went for a meaty.
One of her options when she does have it.
Probably uses that quite well with all of his characters because a lot of these characters don't have any wake up at all. Bison, Alex, just don't have wake up options.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people
he's
forget
very
that.
good at using that wake up critical art
Really missing
because
it.
you can get so comfortable. Just take a free meaty. Especially on Laura, like Laura in a corner against Ken, just take a free meaty, and again, throw loops, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason not to. 'Cause once you're out of that situation, you're actually at advantage. Wow, that was gutsy. Stand light kick elbow, stand light kick elbow. 3 times in a row. Saves himself 1 match point, but it's still match point Matt Edwards, Logan. Does he get dinner if he wins the set? I mean, that's got to
No,
be.
I told him he needs to win. But he didn't want to pick that boxer. He knew the truth. He wanted to pick this brain dead character. It's clearly better than Ken.
It's a good point, actually. I wonder how many of these brain dead characters we have. No, I'm joking. In the top 32.
Quite a lot. There's quite a lot of top tier characters in there.
Haitani.
There's a lot of characters missing entirely from top 32, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No birdies, no Lauras, of course.
No Laura.
Unless Mr. Crimson decides to go to her for a matchup.
Yeah, I guess you could say Laura's in there. He has half qualified with her too.
I mean, yeah, he won the first tournament of the year where no one knew anything about what was going on.
She looked incredible.
She looked broken as hell.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh,
Unlucky.
Oh,
Oh!
I'm surprised he went for that. Matt's been blocking and punishing that a lot.
Just about, barely.
All right, 1 game point saved. But still.
Let me ask you as well, have you been watching much, like, Ibuki stuff?
Yeah, I watched. That's probably the only thing I watched.
So what do you think of that character, honestly? Because I feel...
Oh, well.
it goes... I either see people saying that she's complete trash, or people say, no, she's actually... She's got the potential to be one of the best DLC characters. I think she's very middling.
So,
I think she has some good tools, but I'm really interested to know what you think.
I feel like,
and then we'll discuss it.
Because I have a personal connection to the character,
Yeah.
and I've loved her for so long, that when I speak about her negatively, it may come across that I'm saying she's trash. She really isn't.
Yeah.
She's a very, very good character. In fact, you know, I think she is definitely maybe top 3 of the DLC, top 2. I wouldn't say she's the best DLC character. But she's definitely like better than some of the other DLC characters. She's a great character. I just think I'm used to her being a certain strength.
Yeah.
You know, of course, Street Fighter 4, she was stronger than she was supposed to be traditionally. First Strike, she was really, really decent character. She was like, you know, high mid-tier. In this game, I wouldn't necessarily put her in the exact same route. I just put a very solid mid-tier. What I don't understand is, for me, it's just the balance of that lack of health.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be extremely explosive and really deadly.
Yeah,
to
especially
die
in this
so
game
quickly.
where, you can lose your health so quickly. So.
But she isn't, you know, unless you got that perfectly timed bomb to connect and you spend all your resource, you know, I just think that's the only thing that needs balancing. I think a tiny tweak, 1 or 2 things, and she becomes ridiculous. She becomes, you know, very good.
What would you say the things she's missing most are?
You know, just a simple, you know, make her stand heavy kick, hit crouching, and link into stand medium punch. So she's just got a damaging, stun heavy B&B. So all of a sudden, you can't make 4 mistakes against her anymore, you know? Whereas right now, you actually can.
Yeah.
It's like, if you've got 900 health, you should not be able to make 4 mistakes against me. You should be dead after 2.
Can we deal with Elite Johnson in the chat, please?
Bloody hell, what's this Twanger doing?
Thank you.
Twanger, mate.
I think he's fallen asleep on his keyboard.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, so yeah, that's my view. I'm a big fan of the design. I think she's a great character. Like some of the normal stuff.
She's got a really good forward dash. Like, she's got good mobility, I feel.
Oh, great mobility.
She's got
I think she's still the
decent-ish
most...
buttons, but I don't think, like, they leave a lot to be desired, I think.
So this is the thing. I wouldn't say make her buttons necessarily any stronger, because she
I
can,
think she
she can
needs
hold
a
her
little
own.
bit more frame advantage. So, like, some of them don't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Stand medium
I
punch.
feel it's difficult for her to frame trap 3-frame characters.
It is.
She's quite susceptible to, like, 3-frame character.
And she doesn't have like a cross counter that gets her a lot of reward if she does do that.
No.
So we've got Nick Tanella in the chat. Is it? Big shout out.
Who's that?
One of our guys from the States, man. You know, little Nikali player.
Okay. Guy from the States.
Shout out, Nick. Always great to have American viewerships here at this time of day.
Yeah, man. It's nice time for them. It's like,
Oh wow, Problem's bringing it back, you know. I wasn't even paying attention.
I was enjoying Problem bringing it back. So what's it like? 2 o'clock in the afternoon, West Coast. That must be what? 5? Is that 5 East Coast?
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours difference, yeah. Bloody hell, it's early. Matt been struggling to close this one out. Oh, the delay! It gets him again. It doesn't connect. Nice. Those meaties again. Bringing it back. Problem hates not doing anything on his wake up against Nikali. He's dead. Wow. Frustrated him out. Great play from Matt.
Slashed with that medium punch.
Losing
Nice
to
big
match
green.
point, set point again.
Is Matt going to pop off on me? He might do. I wouldn't blame him if he popped off.
I don't think I've ever seen Matt pop off, but that'd be a pretty cool sight.
We might have to have a fight outside.
Wow.
Who do you think we're going to fight in me and Matt? Matt's got the size and the range.
He's got the size and the range, but I can see you taking him down.
Yeah.
I
don't think he'd defend the double leg takedown.
Nah, I don't see him getting back up after that.
Maul him on the ground.
He's just too nice a guy. It's not fair. Wow, match point both players. This is going to the wire.
Final set. Look at this. Final round, final game of the set. And then after this, we're going to take a proper look at the brackets and all the exciting stuff we've got to look forward to this weekend in Anaheim, California. And Santa Ana as well, I think. Is that where eSports Arena is? I think it's Santa Ana. Home of Wednesday night fights. Of course, they got a special tomorrow night. Wednesday night fights. I think some of the CPT qualified players might be in attendance.
Some of them. I think quite a few will be.
So
Logan vs Matt in UFC. We can make that happen. Logan Sama vs Matt Edwards, UFC. Maybe a one-rounder to be safe. So
charity,
no one dies.
charity thing, yeah.
Yeah, charity fight.
Well, like Abu Dhabi combat.
10-ounce gloves, you know, to be safe as well. Yeah.
Gloves.
Abu Dhabi combat.
Just go until the end. That's it. Just go until there's a winner. Vale 2 though.
Until one isn't moving anymore.
Yeah. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Thunderdome.
I'll tell you what, it might be a fight if he wins this, because he might just pop off like a madman. And he's looking like he's going to take it, Logan.
He hasn't even activated yet. He's going to activate now, full screen.
Humble doesn't even have any resource to make a comeback here. Desperately backdashing out of negative. Row on, jump in! Oh my, what's the And what a humble smile. No pop off from Matt. Too nice a guy to rub it in Logan's face.
He hasn't got here yet. Wait till he gets back here.
Oh, look at that proud walk. Trying to keep a straight face as he's victorious. The one and only.
He's saying my heart's racing.
Oh, Logan did put the pressure on him. Good. So imagine a tournament, Matt. Yeah, now you see what they go through every other week.
We got some slides prepared for you to look forward to this weekend. But we got some good news.
What's that?
For all our fans watching right now.
I've been seeing a lot of questions in the stream chat. I've been seeing a lot of questions from you guys.
Yeah, we can't answer, obviously, those questions. But if you have any other questions pertaining to this weekend, very happy to announce that myself and F-Word will be in attendance at Capcom Cup.
Ooh. Yeah. That's right. We back, homie. We back. So let's do this.
We will be there. Cup finals on commentary.
Yeah, can't wait.
See you guys there.
You know, obviously, if I'd have entered as a player at the start of the year, I'd probably be there anyway. But, you know, I mean, you've got to give a chance to guys like Problem X and Ryan Hart. You don't want to put these guys out of business, you know, with my amazing skills. I guess I'll have to settle for commentating this weekend. But, you know, thank you very much for all the love and support, guys. That's what's getting us there. I cannot wait.
Yeah, man. You know, without you guys showing us so much love on the events that we've had the pleasure of doing so far on this Pro Tour, you know. And thanks to Capcom as well for putting the Pro Tour together, because, to be honest with you, you know, if it wasn't for the Pro Tour, we wouldn't have the ability to commentate so many high-level matches.
Yeah, it's
You
ridiculous.
know, obviously, you know, we've seen the likes of Daigo and Phenom and Tokido come across to Europe a couple of times a year. Cannes Winter Clash famously, World Games Cup, Stunfest and that sort of stuff. But with the Pro Tour, you know, we have the opportunity a lot more frequently to call that high-level stuff. And of course, that's got us out there to a much wider audience.
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
You know, it's given us a platform to get our commentary out there.
Exactly, that's it. It's a platform for us to showcase all this talent. You know what? When you look at the list in front of us, Logan, I mean, I know we've said thanks tonight. I don't want to overdo the thanks, but seriously, I feel so grateful, because it's very easy to see these guys demonstrating their talent and just, you know, just praise those guys, because they're the guys who deserve it. But a lot of the people go out their way to give us a shout out, and we do want to say thank you to you guys too, because, you know, me personally, I hardly ever talk about the commentators. I'm just like, damn, Daigo, wow, MOV. But here we are. There's the list. This is your final 32 and their point rankings.
So let's go back to the top.
Yeah, let's count it down. Let's talk about some of these guys.
So Infiltration, I've got no idea which characters he's going to turn up with. I don't think anyone does.
I think he's definitely got 2, right? That he's not used in competitive play yet.
You reckon?
Definitely.
So I remember at EVA, I was sitting next to Ryan Hart when Ryan Hart sat down with his Xian, ready to play infiltration in winners bracket. Xian against the Kuma, he was confident because it's a decent match for
and
for
even
Xian,
though he'd lost to infiltration to Kuma a few times that year, he made it very close by picking Xian.
Yes,
very
exactly.
Close.
Sat down, bing, 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 bing. Evil Ryu. I had never in my life seen infiltration use Evil Ryu in tournament ever. Not in pools, not in losers bracket. You know, never seen him. He was hitting every one-frame link, FADC combo perfectly, everything.
The guy's
all the
something
setups down, crazy. I know that had an effect on Ryan as well. To have to deal with that with infiltration's play style as well. I know he's got something there. We've seen him use Vega. We've seen him use Rashid as well recently.
Yeah, Rashid.
I don't know.
I mean, we've seen it succeed and fail, but he's got a very capable Rashid too. And like you said, I mean, how many times have we seen Infiltration's Abel before he decided it was a counterpick for Ken in Street Fighter 4?
Yeah,
I guarantee you that guy's got 2 characters at least who are decent. They're not going to be S-tier characters because we know the cast, right?
Yeah.
But they're decent and unfamiliar enough. I could imagine him just pulling out a Urian or something like that. And just doing the most
and he'll have something in
stuff.
that matchup.
Yeah,
you know, like
something you're not blocking the first time,
or even just something that's super effective in
that
neutral.
matchup. Yeah, he'll pick it for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. You know, something that really exploits a weakness of that character that we might not have even seen before.
Yeah.
You know, so
I think that's what he's got going from going into this tournament. I think everyone's second guessing the Nash and Rashid pick. I think everyone's wondering who else is there because he's very capable of doing that. But moving on.
Tokido, of course, has been pretty loyal the whole way through.
The complete opposite, Logan. The complete opposite. Ryu from start to finish.
And I know we're not seeing any other characters out of him.
No,
I
we're not. Very much doubt it.
I know he's got his heart set on next season and picking his true character. Who hasn't actually officially been announced yet.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, we've had some
We're all assuming that is Akuma.
We're all hoping we'll.
We don't know.
Don't want to put no pressure on anyone.
And Capcom hasn't actually said anything.
Yeah,
and as many times as I've tried to trip Matt up, he will not confirm it either.
No, he's very good.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see who it is. We'll find out this weekend.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, that's pretty much a lock-in. And I really like his style of Ryu as well.
Best Ryu in the business?
I think he gets the most out of Street Fighter 5 Ryu. We see Daigo play and NL's a really great Ryu as well.
Oh yeah, that guy's awesome.
Samurai as well.
I was going to say XSK has a very clean Ryu.
Apparently, so that was his team. So he's Winter Fox Samurai.
Of course, yes. The announcement just last week. Congratulations,
you guys. So yeah, Samurai. I thought that was his actual name as well for ages.
So I thought. So wait a sec. XXK is not part of his name.
No.
His name's just Samurai.
Yeah, Samurai.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Winter Fox Gaming Samurai.
Bloody hell. I've been calling him XXK Samurai for so long. I'm not going to get used to that.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's what they've put here as well.
I think that's what it was on the official site, yeah. So it is what it is. We'll change that. But yeah, Tokido's in there. I really feel like he gets the most out of the character. He's using the parry the most.
I feel like he's hands down the best Ryu. I feel like he sets the
director
for everyone else to catch up to, and he's been doing that from the beginning. He's had his ups and downs. He's had some really unfortunate performances, but he's come through in the end as well, and he had a very strong start to the year. He'll be a very strong favourite this weekend.
Definitely up there. Justin Wong, of course, is one of the most consistent players throughout the year, and it's very interesting to see who he's won above as well in that list.
Yeah, because
2 American players in the top 4 on the rankings.
Honestly, these guys, in separate time frames, have completely dominated the US majors.
Justin Wong, a player who's really managed to find a play style with Karin, which kind of did a very similar thing to what he did with Rufus, in that he had a play style. It was kind of risk averse, and he could just run that, extract a bit of data from you, not really have to take a huge amount of risks.
I actually relate it more to his. I agree with everything you're saying, but I actually relate it more to his 3S Chun-Li than his Rufus, because he did with Rufus. We saw that kind of like hard character to play safe, even though Justin found a way.
Yeah.
But with Karen, it really does remind me of that.
He's really good at using that medium kick.
Oh man,
in the neutral.
I don't see any Karen hit it as much as he does. He just constantly landing.
Really frustrating, and it causes you. His footsies cause you to make rash decisions.
Yeah.
I feel. Certainly not the most optimal Karen, and we've seen that, from that match against Punk, where Punk was doing all of the stuff, getting all of the damage and all of the stunning.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justin has definitely been consistent across the year. But for me, the best player, without a doubt, in America right now is NuckleDu.
Wow, this kid is on absolute fire.
And he is in my argument for current best player in the world as well.
So that's one hell of a statement.
Because if you look at everyone else you consider to be the best in the world, he's beat them.
He has. He's beat them very recently too.
Yeah.
Very recently. So
and convincingly.
This is what
also.
I said to Matt earlier when I was talking about my top 3 favourites for this event, which we'll go into after we've gone through the whole list. I didn't put NuckleDu in it, only because I was looking across the whole year. But if I'm taking into consideration just the last few months, you'd be an absolute madman not to consider this guy a top 3 favourite for this event. You've got to put him ahead of some of the guys that are above him right now in that list.
Yeah.
He is on fire. So yeah, fair shout. I'm very optimistic for him.
And I feel like his character pairing, because he's on there as Guile. He's not a Guile main to me. He's definitely, I wouldn't consider him a main of any.
So he doesn't have a main character then?
Well, no, because
you wouldn't call him a Mika main neither, would you?
He evenly uses. There's such a great pairing of characters as well, and even not just down to character mashups. Like he'll pick. I see him against different Chuns. Against one Chun he might use Guile, against another Chun he might use Mika, specifically for the player match.
Yeah.
And there's such a great pairing of matchups as well.
I think that's a fantastic synergy of 2 characters. I mean, talk about covering yourself, right? You've got a crazy rush down Mika who can be played quite lame, who doesn't have footsies. She does have footsies, right? Yeah. Who can really, really dominate on the ground and in the mix-ups. Then you've got Guile, who's the projectile heavy, decent damage output, frustrating character. He can really change it up on you. I like those 2 character choices. What really surprised me though, Logan, is the improvement of his Mika towards the latter stage of the year, because we've seen his Mika from the beginning.
Yeah.
But he has clearly put the homework in. I mean, he's got 2 characters that even if he was maining just one of them could arguably be in the top 5 for this event. So he's got to be one of the favourites.
Speaking of Mikas,
well, the Mika of all Mikas, the guy who everyone just couldn't understand why he picked this character, having mained that solid Fei Long for so long.
Yeah.
But he plays Mika in a way that no one else does. So Fudo.
He's a real scientist with this character as well. Like I see him do stuff continually.
That's a really good word for it.
He continually comes back with new stuff all the time. And we see a lot of strange quirky stuff that Jammerz in fact puts up as well and finds with his character. But Fudo finds real applicable psychological stuff. I think Jammerz is really good at finding technical things that work in the engine.
Interesting things, yeah.
But Fudo is great at abusing psychology with this character, and I feel that's a strength of Mika as well. Yes, at any point she can clap you into the corner and Irish whip you, and you're in that forward fierce blender.
Undoubtedly.
Which is a true 50-50.
Oh, 50-50. 30-70?
It is like a Marvel mix-up, you're right.
It's pretty tough when you're in that
because you cannot OS jump tech that command grab after the forward because you get grabbed out here. Yeah, so it is what it is.
Really solid situations. I think we'll talk about that more when we get to the matchup, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of my favourites, probably my favourite player towards the last few months of this CPC season. Top five? Xiao Hai. This guy, when he gets going, is just truly unstoppable. And being top 6 is probably not an accurate position for how good this guy really is in this event.
You have to remember with how the points are, and we'll see this as we get further down, the points are really disproportionate to, I feel...
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. It's just the system's done as good as it could.
Yeah. I know they're looking at the spread of the points as well, but, there's players there who've been super, super, super consistent, top whatever finishers, and been really impressive.
There's players who've been very, very inactive for a while. I mean, we didn't see Fudo for a little while.
Yeah, that's true.
So he could easily have been higher up if he'd have been, attending.
But Xiao Hai, I think, after I guess that run that included ESL, he was incredibly impressive, and he showed great poise as well after that mauling he took from Momochi in the reset to really come back and deal with the ting there, man. I was very impressed with Xiao Hai, but again, fell to NuckleDu at Canada Cup as well.
Badly.
So
very, very convincing win for NuckleDu. I think Xiao Hai's biggest weakness is, and forgive me, I've hung out with Xiao Hai. I could be wrong when I say this. I do not mean this as a personal attack, but it could be his ego. Because, I see him in his interviews before and after, and he's very like, I'm better than him. I knew I was going to win. He's okay.
I've spoke to a number of players, right? A number of top players that have told me reliably that Xiao Hai doesn't really practice this game.
I could believe that. He's an incredible talent. This guy plays KOF with one hand.
Yeah.
And does everything. He's got the techniques on lock, one-handed. He's a very talented individual. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, Logan. He's that talented a kid. And but that same talent, like I said, could be his downfall, because I feel like he played so stubbornly against NuckleDu. It's almost as if he just didn't respect how good NuckleDu is. It was as if to say, look, I'm better than you. Stop beating me. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. And he lost. That for me, that could be his only downfall.
Another player that really came to his own late on into the season, definitely had trouble adjusting to Street Fighter 5 at the start.
I think he was a bit harsh on himself. He's always. I think he picked up pretty quick. But of course, the level he was at for Street Fighter 4 was going to take a while to get to.
Well, we saw he had difficulty really getting the most out of other characters in Street Fighter 4 as well. I mean, the Eleanor was decent. We didn't really get to see a stage 2 of that Eleanor matchup because she came and thankfully was gone very quickly.
Yep.
Good riddance. But yeah, we didn't really get to see many more of his other characters really successful. I know he got frustrated with Add-on a lot and tried other. It didn't really work out for him, did it? With other characters.
No. Sometimes your character's just made for that character.
But he seems to have found a style with Nakali really worked out for him, and he did really well. Won TGS and EGX back to back.
Honestly, he's now on par with the rest of the guys in this list.
Absolutely.
And very capable of winning this tournament. He's beaten just about everyone he needs to already, at least once or twice. So he's in a position now where he can actually pose a threat to ever consistent Gamer B.
We're all the way down to 8th spot now, and it's our first Chun-Li.
Yeah, well, that's what's been interesting this year, Logan. Despite all the complaints and all the,
she hasn't been winning.
She hasn't been winning, but she sure has been playing a part.
She's definitely been getting second places and top threes.
Man, she's been playing a big part.
But with how the points are distributed, it's definitely, you need to be getting those wins to be up there in the top whatever. So.
An accurate place for the number one top Chun-Li in the world, a lot of people would say. Would you say that's about right?
MOV number 1 Chun-Li. I really like Sacco, but
I'm
I guess
a big fan of Sacco's Chun-Li.
I guess he just sort of blossomed too late in the season.
And also, I think Sacco's Chun-Li is very stylish, and he does one or two things that no other Chun-Li does, but it's the results that count. So you can do those things and still lose the round. Whereas MOV, he's closing it out. You know, he's always there or thereabouts. So you probably got to give it to him just about.
Daigo Umehara again. I mean, Daigo. We could do a whole show about Daigo.
I mean, what a story.
And his season.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, it was looking a bit shady.
Yeah.
Early on, I was getting worried. I was thinking, it's looking like we're going to have Capcom finals without Daigo. It's just not the same. So, over the moon that he's made it. Not only that he's starting to find his rhythm and his flow with Ryu in this game. I'm very, very excited to see him this weekend. He could just go into that mode where he just destroys everyone. We know he has it in his locker.
I mean, watching him versus Luffy Milan was insane. The stuff that he was doing in this matchup against Mika was incredible. So I know, and we've watched him. I don't know if you watched the stream, but I watched him trying to break down that Guile match. It's incredible to see how he tries to break stuff down and get the most out of it. And he's definitely going to be turning up prepared, but of course he has that weakness in the. I feel like he's susceptible to stuff that he hasn't seen before.
Yeah.
and there's still a lot in this game. So we'll see. We'll see.
And what doesn't also just to extend on that, I see him get hit with stuff that there's no way he could have known what that was, or oh, he didn't know what that was, did he? And we know what it is. And, but it actually, these days with Daigo, I see it affect his decision making going forward.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you saw him in
he cracked
against the Chun-Li's in America. He started playing crazy.
Yeah,
and
he started doing some crazy
DPs
stuff
on their wake up and
just
started looking like me against Problem X. You know, he's a very stubborn player.
He is. He's very. I feel like it's less stubborn for Daigo. I'd say he's very old school. Plays on feel. You know, like how Ice says he doesn't really pay attention to frames. You know, he just feels like he's at positive. Feels like he's at negative. I feel like Daigo somewhat is similar, and he feels like the DP's going to hit. But I feel like when he gets hit with that stuff that he just wasn't ready for, the accuracy of that feel kind of goes haywire and starts making some crazy decisions. If he can stay away from that Daigo and stay on the Umehara Daigo the whole way, you know, this guy could really be having one hell of a season finale this weekend.
Did you think that we would be saying that Julio would be the highest ranked Ken?
Hell no.
On the CPT at the end of the season?
No, I wouldn't. No, not because Julio isn't amazing. Julio is ridiculously good. Only because the master of Ken, the guy who is schooling everybody and reinventing the game, is Momochi. You know, there's no debate in that. You know, but Julio, you know, arguably more effective than Momochi.
I feel like he's playing in a region as well where he can pick up more points.
Yeah. Well, if we're being completely transparent,
if I'm honest with you,
that plays a big part. That does play a big part. But without taking too much away from Julio, he has really come into his own in this game. I mean, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
This guy's not new to the FGC. We've been playing against and seeing him for quite some time now. He's never been as dominant as he has been in Street Fighter 5. So this game really suiting him. Ken really suiting him. And I think he's set up to do some serious damage this weekend if people are not careful. You know, that style of Ken that he plays, it's extremely scary. And, you know, people are saying woo, 3 out of 5, 3 out. That's not that long a set. You know, some people may get rattled and
still get carried to the corner 6 times.
There you go, you know. So, yeah, he should be going in very confident.
And those US Kens are improving every week as well. You know, as Momochi does introduce new stuff, I see them pick it up instantly, you know, and implement into their games. The hit confirms are coming through, and yeah, it's very, very scary. First European name on the boards.
Took long enough.
Phenom.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get any points for the end of game thing. He kind of wasn't that active, was he? He won his premiere.
No, he won his premiere and kind of took a back seat. Was playing online a lot, stayed active in that sense, but wasn't really traveling to compete. But I do think, even though Luffy has probably had more individual victories in terms of beating players, I do think Phenom's probably been a standout European this year for our region. Top 3 at Canada Cup.
Yeah, Phenom.
I mean, he's had one hell of a year. You know, I think he's been the outstanding player in the EU region for this year. So it's rightfully so that he's the first European.
For me, I would say Luffy's probably my top player in Europe on form, but you can't argue with the results that Phenom's had.
Yeah,
you know, you have to give him.
That's it.
That's not to say that I'm not impressed by Phenom at all, but because I am. You know, he's really, really effective and he's playing this game really well.
Yeah,
and he's very dominant when you play against him as well. So.
Got a very solid, effective play style.
I don't want to say solid, but
that
effective.
A lot of people say it isn't solid. He doesn't die for doing for doing reckless DPs. I feel like his style is solid. He plays in accordance to his opponent.
Yeah, it's true.
So it makes him really, really difficult to adjust to, because you think he's a wild man when you see him play someone else. Then he plays you, and you're trying to bring that wild man out, but he's playing in accordance to you, so it doesn't come. Very, very effective the way he applies.
And of course, he was a human highlight reel as well.
He's also probably got the highest command grab percentage in the world.
The human dunk machine. Yeah. BT Link.
And moving on, we got the one and only Evil Geniuses, Momochi.
Momochi, man, I'm a big fanboy. I'm a big fanboy.
Yeah, being a Ken player yourself. Yeah. How you feel he is for this tournament? Because I was saying,
I don't know, man. I think Momochi's going to get top 3.
I put him in my top 3. I put him in my top 3.
I'm confident in Momochi top 3. I'm not confident in Momochi winning the whole thing, to be honest with you. It's difficult because you have to be the guy that only, that only loses at most once on a weekend. And I don't know, is it like a mental thing maybe? I don't know. Why does Momochi end up losing? I watched him against Xiao Hai and he just wasn't anti-airing randomly, like for no reason. Yeah. Obviously you've got the risk of the short dive kick, but there were some times when he'd be jumping at ranges where even the short dive kick would get anti-aired by medium DP.
You know who's really good at that? Tokido. Tokido will lose, but he's not letting you get away with that. Funny enough, Tokido lets Nash jump on it for free sometimes. But when it comes to Kami, Tokido's so ready to DP. I don't know. It's a really good question, Logan. For me,
it's a psychological
if I'm theorizing, I'd say there's so much emphasis being put into the creativity and the really unique things that only Momochi's can do consistently. That sometimes it's about getting down and dirty with the Aita and Julio's style of closing out that round and just disrespecting your opponent. He kind of switches between the two, which makes him very effective. But there's been occasions where I've seen him lose where the Crazy Ken would have probably won.
I guess
if he'd have switched it on soon enough or at the right time. Where Aita, I feel, is a really good example of this. He can play clean for a smaller while. Just about enough time for you to forget that he's a psycho. He can just look solid for a while and you're just like, wow. And then he just goes into Aita mode and you haven't reacted in time. And Ken is very unforgiving in this game.
Very explosive, very explosive.
So I feel like Momochi could improve in that area.
The most stubborn man in the entire CPT.
Oh, man.
Razor's Xian.
Unbelievable. There is a Fang in the top 32, Logan. And I'll tell you what, I'm not sure there should be. Because this guy should be playing a hell of a lot of other characters, but credit to him, he is stuck to his guns, and here he is. Does he have a chance of winning this weekend?
No. But he'll be top 8 though.
Top 8? I'll tell you what, I saw him do the most amazing things in Milan. We were there, and honestly, what he did to Sacco in that matchup, that he has no right to win.
Yeah.
But he went on to lose to Sacco just a few weeks ago, but that doesn't matter, right? What stuns me so much about Xian is that he's stuck it out this long and he has put together the most incredible performances, but I personally don't see him necessarily getting a top 8 here. I need to look at the bracket, I guess. Unless he's got a pocket character.
We'll go through that in a sec. Let's try and rush
other
through
than Ibuki.
Haitani we went through as well a lot. He's been kind of back and forth this year. Very interesting to see how he's performing. He was so dominant against the likes of Daigo early on in the year.
Oh,
there or thereabouts. Did Haitani win a Premier this year? Because he was always at the start of the season. He was there. I don't think he won a Premier.
He did, no. He was very early on the strongest Japanese player. We all remember.
They were all telling us on the Daigo stream. Haitani, he's the best.
Haitani's the one to beat. It's just slowly slipped away from him.
A lot of points he's accrued though, but that shows you, how consistent he was in getting those finishes. But he just wasn't able, even in the rankings. He was going there and he lost to was it MOV? He lost to Madrid?
MOV and Madrid, yeah.
So yeah, he's always been there or thereabouts.
I think MOV was in losers as well. Yeah, Luffy sent MOV to losers that match, that tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, stream.
The madman. So effective.
Oh really man, this guy is the epitome of Ken. Honestly, when I watch him, Logan, I try to put myself in the opponent's shoes to know, because the madman's coming. So just see when it's coming, because you can only play clean for so long.
Yeah.
And honestly, he catches me out, and I'm not even holding the stick. I'm not concentrating on anything.
You're not even trying to do anything yourself.
No. Yeah. He's so good at it. So good at playing that mixing between the two. I gotta say, he might be the most entertaining Ken when it comes to just crazy stuff.
I think so. And he confirms are ridiculously good as well.
He's so good. He's so good.
We don't see him as much as Momochi, because Momochi gets to travel a lot more. But if you watch his CFN replays or even any of his stuff in his Japan tournaments, that crouch and medium kick confirm into DP, by the way, not super, which is kind of like, the crouch and medium kick confirm into DP is kind of awkward to do.
It's a free S thing. These guys are all free S players.
Yeah, he's so consistent with that, and it makes him so effective. It takes a character that's got very average footsies to becoming really dangerous, because if you can convert every crouch and medium kick into a knockdown, into a meaty situation,
that's just bonkers.
Really, really, really strong.
You know the magnitude of what you just said?
Exactly.
It's freaking crazy, Logan.
Exactly, and that's the real strength of Ken as a character. I think it's being able to turn those touches into not only good damage but knockdowns you can take advantage of.
So frightening. That is so frightening.
Luffy,
your standout European of the year?
Yeah, I think so for me. He's been so consistent.
What a persistent guy.
In tournaments. I mean, we saw his pick. We were all, again, another guy that we were completely baffled about his pick.
Well, what are you doing, Luffy?
Backdash Luffy.
No, this isn't going to... Come on, grab. No, Luffy, no.
Weird mix-up loot. No. We're not taking this.
I'll tell you what, the more I see him play, the more I see just small, not much, small elements of that Rose style in the way he plays. You know, the way he spaces that roll, very similar to the way he spaced and abused that slide. And then suddenly you don't know what frame she's at. And she's pressing medium punch, Mika's pressing light punch in your face. Very, very similar in that sense. But make no mistake, this is a completely different character to the one that he had so much success with over the years. And you have to just stand up and applaud for the guy that he's managed to pull it through with Mika in this game in such a short space of time.
I feel like he does get broken down by the best players, though.
There's still a...
Daigo dissected him like a frog in a laboratory with a scalpel.
So where having a Haitani can be disadvantageous when you play against a person as different as Phenom, I feel like having a Fudo can be nothing but advantageous when you're up against a guy like Luffy. I think there's just so much tech that Fudo brings to the game that when you're Luffy and you're up against the guys who are used to playing that guy, it's always going to be an uphill battle. But he has toppled them across the air, Logan. He has had some success against them. We saw in a 2v2 in France. He eliminated
2v2.
Well, you know,
you only take so much from that. But yeah, I hear you.
He's had some successes. You know, I'm just trying to give him some positives there. He's got an outside chance, is what I'm trying to say. I think Luffy's, because he's got such a strong mentality. He's a former Evo champ. He's got an outside chance.
Mago, very interesting to see.
Mago
guy that's again just been there around. Like Tokido, not had a sponsor this year, but he's still been traveling himself, getting himself out to these events, and it took him a while to kind of get going. I mean, we saw him do okay with his Karen, but he kind of sort of fell into that rut that he maybe fell in towards the end of SF4, where he was a known player. You'd see him in the top 8s or what have you. You weren't really thinking of him as a threat to win the whole thing.
No,
right?
No. I feel like, in the most respectful way possible, I feel like Justin Wong's carrying kind of outshines his in the way that he is able to frustrate the hell out of his opponents. I'm not sure that's the way Karen was designed to be played. I don't think it is, to be honest. Justin's just so good at it. But then when you see Mago play, he has so much creativity. He does 1 or 2 combos. I mean, Justin doesn't even do the max damage sometimes.
No.
Mago always does. Mago always goes for the max damage with this character. But there's just something missing there. But, you know, it's been enough for him to get here this far.
Yep.
And it could all come together this weekend for all we know, Logan. We know he's one of the 2D gods. It could all come together and suddenly he could be the new champion.
I still think there's room for Karen as a character to grow.
Yeah.
And we've got some really strong Karens in different regions. So you've got Justin, of course, you've got Punk, who I think is an incredible talent.
Yeah, unbelievable.
You've got Pax in Europe, and you've got Mago in Japan, and they're all bringing something different and innovating as well in their own way.
Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely think there's still room for Karen to progress. She's definitely one of those characters that floats around the bottom of the top 5 / top 8 in those sort of second half, outside the top 4, I'd say, of the characters in the game. But she's very strong. Who else we got now? Goichi, of course, a character. Is that the second Chun? No, that's the second Chun.
Yep. It is.
Goichi was in the argument for one of the best.
I think a lot of people were considering this guy to be the best Chun until a few months ago.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that, you know, at the start of the season and throughout most of it, he's definitely been there.
I don't think he's dipped in form either. I just think MOV and Zako have just looked so good in recent events. And they're just innovating the character a bit more than he has recently. He could still be arguably the strongest Chun.
And I don't know if he's maybe been paying attention to other games, because obviously he's come from the Guilty Gear scene as well. FChamp. That's going to be an interesting one.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one.
FChamp, I know, as a player, is one of the hardest working players out there.
Unbelievably so.
He is going to be doing so much work. I know he's going to be frustrated by this bracket stuff because he's one of those guys that really treats this like a pro sport. You know, he really sits down. You know, he'll be able to tell you if someone else drops out, he'll know like what's going to happen in the bracket. He's analysed all that stuff. He's got all the points worked out. He showed us when we were at Battlegrounds, this is what the bracket's going to be. And you know what? It was right. He'd worked it all out himself. He's breaking down the matchups. He's so loyal to Dalsim, though.
He's such a hard-working guy, but the loyalty is a challenge, but it's also Dalsim plays to his strengths. I don't know if maybe he should be playing someone else that plays like that, maybe a Nash. But I feel like his biggest challenge is just going to be mentality, because like you said, his work ethic is second to none. You know, this guy puts in the hours, man, and we saw it with Marvel, we saw it with Street Fighter for a long time, and now in Street Fighter 5, he is qualified. You know, he's not one of the guys that just got lucky. He qualified legitimately. So, you know, he's a very solid guy to be. He's a force to be reckoned with. It's just a case of I feel like he can beat himself sometimes when he gets frustrated.
I've seen him pick Nash against Ken a couple of times, so I know he hates that matchup.
Yeah, he can't stand Ken. I've seen his tweets about Ken. He just can't stand
I don't know if he uses him for anything else. Like, correct me. Let's have a look at the chat, see if the chat knows anything else as well. But yeah, as far as I'm aware,
I only ever see Dalsim, man.
Yeah, it's really
even the Nash one was such a one-off. I mean, but to be honest with you, Dalsim's got a fighting chance. You know,
Dalsim in this game can stun people mad quick.
Yeah, he's got decent.
He can stun you
momentum
very quickly in this game.
Plus frame situations. Yeah, he's a pretty scary character when he gets going.
Let's get into another Ken. Chris T. For me, Chris T is the most impressive Ken in America, personally.
Yeah, no, for me, he has the best balance out of all American Kens of like that. He's like the Momochi for the American Kens.
Which is ironic because I think he's playing Momochi in the first round.
Yeah, it's a Ken Mirror first round. Yeah. So unfortunate. One of
those the only difficult thing for him, of course, is whilst Momochi's training 12 hours a day, Chris T's working on like finals and stuff at college, university. So.
And isn't he doing something crazy like chemistry or
biochemistry or something?
Or something like that. It's mad. Like that's like he's obviously a very intelligent individual, and there's a lot of hours that go into that.
Yeah.
But he's able to make it, which is great news, especially considering the news we've had with others.
Well, it is on his doorstep, so I should hope he can make it.
Yeah, there should be no excuses. But when you're studying, let's just be thankful he can make it now. And another European.
Mr. Crimson, he's on there as Laura, but he's been using Dalsim most recently.
Predominantly Dalsim these days, yeah.
Did really well early days and kind of dropped off in the middle of the season. But now...
Character transition, I think it took a while to get his Dalsim up to the level that it is now. He's
been there or thereabouts at the end of the season as well. So.
He showed great adaptation on the Kaku top as well in some of his sets. So, you know, he will be someone with like an outside hope of doing really well this weekend.
I think he's going there and he wants to just, make a good impression.
Just take each game at a time. Yeah, see how it goes. And we're getting to that stage now in the rankings where we could be saying about one or two players, but I don't think there's anyone here who isn't capable of winning one or two matches. And once you've won one or two matches, anything can happen.
Yeah. Kazunoko is in there. He qualified on, was it global? Yeah, he's like the last global spot to get in, I think.
It's not been the most Kazunoko-like season for him, has it?
Well, considering he won it all last year, in the last year of Ultra, it's a brand new game.
Defending champ, yeah.
And it's good to have him there again. Obviously, it's a new game, it's a different game. It's very interesting. We commentated at Rebel Kumite in Paris and watched him play, and he sort of continued that Momochi rivalry, I guess.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man. Where did that come from? I mean, there was obviously a lot of pent-up frustration. He'd already beaten Momochi like twice at that stage as well, but he still felt the need to say, "This is Street Fighter 5, not Street Fighter 4."
Exactly.
I beat Momochi now.
Yeah. And he just really, again, kind of similar to Phenom, he just reduced the game to a series of reads and bet a lot on his ability to read his opponent, and did really well from that. And I feel like, that's carried him a certain distance. Be interesting to see how far he gets in the tournament. I feel like his
Kami?
I'd say so.
Yeah,
I feel like there's room for improvement in terms of his hit confirms, though. He leaves a lot of damage and knockdowns on the table, and knockdowns damage comes in this game, but I feel like knockdowns are really important in this game.
Yeah.
Even with the variable wake up and all that stuff, it's still every time you force someone to make a guess, it's good. Because the burst damage in this game is so great, and Cammy's really good at getting the damage output as well. Who we got now? Yukidon, of course, who's in there, and he's very fortunate to be in there as well. It's a shame that C444 couldn't get in, but Yukidon's there, and it's good because he was it 4th at Evo, I think it was.
Yeah. No, wait, Yukidon wasn't he top 3 at Evo? Was it 4th?
It might have been 3rd. Was it
4th? Okay.
You think it was 4th? Yeah. So it was Infiltration and
great
Fudo
Evo.
in Grand Finals, and who was in losers?
Beat Yukidon and then.
I think it was 3rd.
Yeah.
It might have been MOV. I know it was at least top 4.
Great showing, and somewhat a debut.
And it's crazy that,
kid.
it's crazy that Yukidon's not even a kid. He's quite old, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like late 20s. It's
Get
like 20.
the hell out of here. Are you kidding me?
It's like 28.
No,
man.
I saw him in person, man.
He's
that
like
he's a
dude,
kid, man.
Listen, man, John Takeuchi's 32. I don't know what you're talking about.
John Takeuchi, get the hell out of here, man. Those Japanese genes are ridiculous, man. What the hell?
Listen, man, Fudo is like 32, and he looks young as hell.
That's mad.
But yeah, Yukidon's in there. I would say for me, he's probably like 3rd or 4th best Nash as well. It's a shame that Bonchan's not there because I feel like his Nash play at the moment is probably the best out of the Nashes that we're seeing.
It is a real shame, especially with the effort he made. Every freaking last-ditch event, he was there, and he came so close every time. So yeah, it's a shame he's not there. But Yukidon, a deserved position. I think it would have been missing a little something if Yukidon or Bonchan didn't make it.
Yeah, I think like getting top 4 at Evo and not getting to the Capcom Cup finals would be crazy. But I guess it's more to do with you need to be consistent and traveling. So it shows you how important that these sponsorships are for a lot of these talented players because. We've seen that for years, right? A lot of these talented Japanese players that can't get out of their home region that often.
It's a big challenge, yeah. Especially the sponsorships are few and far between as well.
It's difficult, man. It's difficult, and it's so much pressure as well because the one time he did travel to the States and goes to Evo and finishes 4th, and it's still not enough points to guarantee. Still got to keep going and going. So it's difficult stuff.
It's a lot of investment, man. It's a lot of investment.
And we're used to that again with SF4. The number of incredible arcade players there were in Japan that we never saw in international tournaments.
We used to watch those weekly events that they used to stream from the arcade
HO
cabinets,
and that, and
TRF Fridays, all that stuff, and you'd see guys there, and you'd be like, "This dude's probably the best Rufus or best cigar I've seen in like ever."
Yeah.
And it's just some kid who can never get out of his,
Exactly. Another guy who is very happy to be involved in the Capcom Cup is K-Brads, and on completely opposite spectrum of things.
Yeah.
He was incredibly well travelled.
Oh yeah. It's you know what? It's just a classic case, very similar to Alex Myers and a few other guys. Bonchan as well. He just peaked quite late.
Yeah.
Fortunately for K-Brad, it's not cost him as much as it's cost guys like that.
Yeah.
He's made it.
He was able to get
lifeline.
enough points in there. He had a pretty bad time in Europe.
Europe was not happening for him, man. He was. There was, and this is the thing. This is why that statement that Justin Wall made is so important. It's so important to prepare for more than just your first or second match.
Yeah.
K-Brad's main challenges in Europe was just characters that he just we are big on those characters. We're big on Laura in Europe, maybe not so much
he had
in North
3
America.
birdies in his pool, I think, something like that.
Stuff like that he's not used to, and it cost him dearly.
And that's a hard matchup for Cammy. So, but he's there, and you're right. I think he's coming into good form.
Yeah, and you know what? He's got Ryu first game, so he's got every reason to be optimistic. It's Daigo, but I think if he could choose, he'd rather play Daigo than Xian with a jury or something like that, right?
I hear you.
That's an interesting one here. I don't know too much about Brolino. I saw the one event.
Brolino, I saw him at Evo.
And he was... Oh, you saw him at Evo? Okay.
Yeah, I saw him at Evo.
I don't know what event I saw him at recently. But he held his own at Logan. Like, he was back and forth with everyone he played. Nobody had a free ride with this guy.
Yeah.
He is a legitimate threat.
He's definitely a legit NuckleDu. And it's good that he has qualified and he is there representing Brazil.
Yeah, great to have Brazil represented again. This time it will be Brolino.
He
haven't
was
seen his
using
Alex.
Alex and
His,
Ibuki at the finals, I think it was, and trolling horribly. Didn't care one bit.
Just blatant gatekeeping, boy.
Can they hear you, by the way, Jammerz? No, they can't. Put him on and get involved in the convo. Can you turn his mic on?
Yeah. Get
Jammerz is a wealth of information as well, so we'll stick him on. Hello.
HD, is he on?
Don't think so.
I will continue while they sort that out.
Ricky Ortiz is there, ever present on the American circuit as well, another Chun-Li.
Kicking butt.
Obviously, he's a number of characters throughout here. Sort of Karen.
Yeah, saw Nash
Yeah.
as well.
Fair few, but settle with Chun.
I think sticking fully, exclusively with Chun now, which I think is the right decision.
Yeah.
We've seen like some events where it's been very close, and sticking with Chun has got the results needed. So, absolutely the right way to go for Ricky.
Definitely. Ryan Hart there as well. Ryan definitely suffered from a lack of travelling this season. But he's got some big scalps. I think I heard you mention it earlier on. Ryan obviously defeated throughout the season Momochi when he was in super form. Defeated Daigo EGX.
Ryan has a fantastic high-level mind.
Yeah.
So as long as he's got the capacity to understand and apply his knowledge to the game in real time, he can hold his own against really high-level players.
Yeah.
My main concern for him would just be players who aren't Momochi and Daigo, who are good.
Yeah.
But maybe not. You know, he's been beating guys. Like
I
that
said
for
to him
years,
for the longest,
you know?
man, like he needed to develop a flowchart just to get through. You know, like get to that top 8 where he's playing the elite players, where it's all mind games.
Yeah.
Because in this game, if you get the wrong read on someone, or you know you're not ready for something that someone's going to do, or they do something completely out of the ordinary, and it hits you, you can lose 40% and be in the corner immediately, straight away.
That's
you
it.
know. But thankfully, he's got a character that can do that as well.
Great character choice.
Definitely got a really good character, and his Ken is super flamboyant. He lands like cool juggle combos. He's getting max damage out of every situation. He's got some lovely resets. He's got some nice combos that I saw him rinsing. Sorry, trying to rinse that cross-up medium Tatsu. I don't want to see him doing that in the Capcom Cup finals, though, please, because you die for doing that stuff. But yeah, really good, and it's amusing that he is there right next to Problem X, who has, without a doubt, been our most consistent player throughout the season in the UK. In terms of high placings anyway. I'd argue that Pax has probably been Mr. Consistent because he gets 7th place at every tournament.
Mr. 7th place, man.
Every
Seriously.
tournament he goes to. Shout out to you, Pax. You
Yeah.
had a great year.
No,
really proud of the stuff.
I'm happy
you've
with this.
done,
I'm going to lose now. Yeah. No, please. I don't want to win here. I'm 7th. That's what I came for.
I think
Well,
he was only...
He got 2nd at Celtic Throwdown, right?
And I think it was Stuntress was the
Ninth.
only one.
And CEO didn't make it out pools at CEO.
Yeah, I think Aita was in his pool at CEO, and
Mad.
he just said
Yeah,
at the
I
time
remember.
Aita was just something else. But
Yeah, 8 is still something else
It
now.
was a 2-1 though. I think it took a game against Eater in that.
I think he did, yeah.
But still.
But yeah, man, shout out to Pax. But Problem X is going to be taking his Alex there, and that is going to be super hype. He's got Bison on there. I don't know why they've put that.
I think
on
they've
the
done
official.
it by just how the characters were at the start of the game.
I guess
Because
so.
I noticed some names ain't changed. There's Bison still next there. Mr. Crimson's
Yeah.
got Laura next to him.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, we might.
Yeah, probably be Alex primarily.
We
but
might
I
see
see
Problem X draw for
I
a
see Problem
Bison if
drawing
he
for
has to
secondary
play
or two in this
a
event,
Nash,
definitely.
for example. But yeah, we're going to see primarily Alex, the only Alex at the tournament. So that's going to be hype. There he is, Winter Fox Samurai. Shout out to Mikey.
Yo, the cleanest of the cleans. What
Very,
are you?
very. He's a very underrated US player. I'm really happy to see him there.
Since 4 for me. Since 4 for me. He's always
Yeah,
had a
I
very
agree.
from the day when this guy walked up to Tokido in the corner, did a standing light kick
Yeah.
to make the sweep whiff,
Yeah.
and then did a DP into FADC4. I said, who the hell is this guy? Yo, why is no one talking about this guy? No, seriously. Like, Mikey's no joke, so...
And I'm really happy that he's got that new sponsorship and he'll be traveling a lot more as well, man, because, yeah.
Be great
You're
to
washed
see him
up,
at
Gustavo.
Europe,
Gustavo, it's long for you, man.
Wow.
Mikey's in town now.
There's a new
He's
guy
the,
to
he's the
represent
new
the squad.
face. He's the new face of Winter Fox. No, shout out to Gus and Lorenzo, man. I hope I see you guys at Capcom Cup.
Hopefully see them soon, man. Big shout out.
They're my favourites. They're my favourites. And Andy as well. Missed you, Andy. You weren't there at Red Bull. Sacco is there. He's in the mix, and I'm so happy that Sacco is there because, you know, he was absent for most of the season. I tell you what,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. He was at Evo. He looked washed.
He got bust up.
He didn't look. Yeah. he
Everyone
didn't
was
look
there
very
praying that
at
he was going to draw for that Ibuki and have some next things that we'd not seen.
He'd seen the light. Yeah, he's seen the light. He knew.
Boy, I don't know what light he'd seen because the Chun-Li that he drew out against Infiltration looked whack. Man was doing forward jump, medium kick in the air, whiffing.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Execution was not getting those instant air legs.
Very late blossomer. Very late blossomer. But having said that, he's now probably the most technically advanced.
Absolutely, he's doing stuff that I'm not seeing any Chun-Li's doing.
Only he's doing. Seriously.
He's been doing. I've been watching him on CFN on YouTube quite a bit. There's 1 or 2 combos he does, and I try to do them. I'm like, how do you actually do this? So it's good that he's here, like you guys said. I think he was like one of the late bloomers.
Yeah, very
out of the Asian players that have come into it. But no, it's good.
I think Sako does better stuff than MOV does, but I feel
definitely.
But I feel MOV is a more rounded.
I feel like MOV is more efficient.
He's got a better game plan.
You know, like Sako will go up to you and do like exactly. Like tactically, Sako will be trying to style sometimes when the meaty throw probably would have taken the round. You know, or got the stun. He'll go for something a bit more stylish, or but nah, MOV's not on that. He's got a better balance between that technique and decision making.
DRA representing for the Dominican Republic.
I think it's the first time they've ever been represented into CPT at all.
Oh hell yeah! Last time we saw DRA was when he stunned Justin Wong at was it Evo?
Oh yeah,
it was Evo. You're right.
I think I seen him in
when the US didn't know the Fei Long matchup back then.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I remember.
Was that what made Justin Wong pick up Fei Long that time? Do you remember he started using Fei Long after?
I don't think that was it, but that might have been the first step.
What was the name of that American, the white guy that played Fei Long?
Inful.
Inful, that was it. Yeah.
I always get confused because I thought Infiltration Inful when I'm abbreviating,
wasn't it?
But yeah, he was Inful. Yeah.
Somebody asked where did D-Ray get his points from. I believe he went to a few events, but what it was, he didn't win the Latin America finals. I think it got passed down to him.
I'm not sure
I can't actually remember
what happened there. He's definitely in there as a regional qualifier from Latin America. K-Brad is in for what reason again? He got Mysterio's points.
Yeah,
right?
Somebody couldn't make it, so that the position was given to K-Brad.
And he's so Brolinho's in on global.
Yes. As soon as Brolinho got 305 points, he announced that he's fine.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't go to any other event.
Fair enough. And then last of all is Johnny. He's not a human.
I'll tell you what,
he's a human bomb.
He's been grinding, to be fair to the guy. I mean, 88 points is
that just shows you how harsh the point system is, because
I think everywhere.
I think DRA probably got those points off like 3 events. I think Human Bomb probably got those points off of like 20 events. Like, how many points has Pax got? Pax
got 104.
104. Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Pax. It's a shame that you didn't make it ahead of these guys. But that shows you, because Pax got 104 points from like 15 tournaments, and he finished second at Celtic Throwdown. So
and he was top 8 for almost every
64 points of those are all from one event. So the other 50 are from like 12 tournaments. So it shows you how little points you get if you finish at that bottom end of top 8.
I mean, I've seen Human Bomb fighting losers top 8 versus like Sako in a mirror match.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
I've seen Human Bomb in a lot of top 8s.
So it's not an accurate reflection of his efforts this year. He has been everywhere this year. But well done, he's made it. And what a freaking pool we got here.
So that prize pool's actually been buffed up. That's not even accurate. So the prize pool's 350, right?
It's 350.
Yeah, because they got those points. They got those extra monies.
Cash.
Extra monies from
DLC.
Everyone that bought Ring of Destiny. Woo! And those awesome costumes. Of course, that Kazunoko costume as well from Nakali, the one with the hair that needs to get patched next season. But yeah, that's the minimum prize. So first place is going to get even more cash money than Kazunoko got last year.
Yep. Second place, 60,000.
Paying out all the way down to top 8, 5k minimum. So that's going to be what, like 7.5?
No joke.
7.5, 8k. Yeah,
yeah. Once the prize draw gets buffed up, I imagine there'll be like
very nice
minimum 7k for top 8.
Friday, of course, is coming from Esports Arena and the Wednesday Night Fights, the home of Wednesday Night Fights.
That is your first day. Wow, what a place, what a venue. What an occasion.
It's going to be packed out. It's going to be packed out full of people.
Playing all the way down to top 8.
And you're going to have to watch, obviously, every single match on stream, Capcom Fighters and Capcom Fighters 2. Oh, there you go. We've got a schedule as well. Awesome.
Boom.
Doors open at 9 AM local time. Of course, if you're watching in the UK, you need to add 8 hours to these.
Fun.
So that means that the tournament's going to end at 8 AM for us. So, ripperoni. At least you're going to have work on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the great thing about it being on a Saturday.
It's Friday night. Starts at 6 PM for us then. Yeah, 6 PM. Yeah, that's right.
Pre-game show. Let's hope the iPad guy is back.
Anyone but him.
Let's go.
I'm just going to say it now.
I'll bring my iPad with me, but I haven't got any music on it, so I'm not going to be DJing or headbutting anything. And of course, you'll be able to see us on the weekends as part of the commentary team. There, look at that! I love that logo. I swear they've just added that recently. The Ryu headband to the cup. I think that's a lovely touch. I really like that. Shout out to the guys at Capcom. I think they've done a really good job with the branding of this whole thing, and it looks pretty cool. And then the finals.
What a day!
Like the PlayStation experience. You know what? I'm considering like not going to top 32 and just trying to play Akuma all day or whoever it might be if they've got him on Friday. Because boy, I want to see some of that. That's going to be exciting stuff. But yeah, you're going to get the whole top 8 from 6 PM. So what's that going to be UK time?
What, 2 in the morning? 2 and 3 in the morning?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that.
18, 26, yeah, 2 in the morning. Starts at 2 AM, so
fun.
Hey, but
Sunday is a write-off for you guys.
Yeah, just sacrifice your Sunday. Stay
Absolutely,
up
I know, and I'm sure some of you guys will be having like viewing parties. Some of you will be watching at home in your boxer shorts with your snacks and that. Hook your stream up to the big TV and make a real event of it. It's going to be awesome, and I know it is going to be rebroadcast on ESPN apparently as well. I've heard. So yeah, should be cool. Right, so that is the schedule. Let's have a look at the. Let's have a look at the brackets if we can.
Yeah.
Also, chat, thank you for telling me DRA did win the Latin America finals. It wasn't given to me.
He won that?
He did beat K-Brad. Thank you for correcting me.
Jammers.
Yeah.
That's so
why
harsh.
there was...
Why would you take it away from him like that?
I know. I want to apologize to DRA as well for not remembering.
Probably pulling his hair out listening to this.
Someone sacked me tomorrow morning. Yeah, someone sacked me tomorrow morning.
Can we get the brackets up? Have a look. Is that possible? Can we do that? Huh? Yeah, just try and screen capture it. We'll have a butchers because I really want to just look at these first round matchups and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, different vibe tonight. We just wanted to talk about the event because that's
absolutely. Yeah, I think that's what everyone wants to hear and that's what everyone's talking about as well. I mean, we can kick off very quickly. I mean, the first one we're looking at is Infiltration versus Human Bomb.
So Infiltration, the first seed, Human Bomb, the
bottom seed.
The bottom
so
seed.
I don't want to say
bottom seed.
They're both 88, right? Him and DRA.
Yeah, him and DRA.
Yeah. But I imagine because
coin toss, I guess. I don't know what it was. We'll see.
They've been doing it the same way they done it last year. So first versus 32nd. Second versus... Okay.
Yeah. That's fairly balanced.
So that's going to be Infiltration, insert character here, against Chun-Li.
Am I wrong? Did Human Bomb have a really good showing against Infiltration in a recent tournament?
I think so.
Did he not beat him in a team tournament or something like that?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but I think I remember saying. I just remember looking at the screen and saying, "Finally, Johnny, get in there!" But I can't remember if it was Infiltration or not. Maybe it might have been Yukadon that he beat. Stream, jog my memory.
If you guys remember, because you're generally better.
1,000 minds better than one.
Absolutely, the hive mind. Send it to us.
Anything you want to extract from that?
I can't even read that. I'm super short.
Infiltration versus human.
You know, that is basically going to be who's Infiltration going to be playing. Is he going to turn up with a Guile?
For Chun-Li?
Is he going to play Nash? Nash is all right for Chun-Li.
He could show up with a birdie.
Could show up with a birdie. Yeah. Could show up with an M Bison.
That's hell for birdie.
People might have to make bets at who characters
could show up with a Zangief and just go 0-2. Who knows? Next up, it's Luffy against who?
Mago. Oh my God,
Luffy,
you poor soul. Ooh. Oh, if there's one guy in the world who has Mago's soul in his pocket, it is undoubtedly Luffy.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that it got to the point where Mago switched to Yang just to beat this guy. Horrible matchup for Rose. horrible.
Yeah.
Still got eliminated from last year's Capcom Cup to none other than Luffy. So, you know, you can see this as Mago and be like...
Luffy put in work. I know Problem dealt with him badly in winners. But
Oh,
in
man,
losers,
he battled his heart out in
how
losers.
hard was it for us to keep paying attention to the stream?
Yeah, we were literally on the winner's side like this.
KO, what?
Huh?
Beat Momochi 3-0,
Wow, and
what?
Infiltration
Straight
is
sets?
in winners final. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, that is... it was literally like... I mean, the match Problem versus Interzam was ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
It was like every round was like to the wire. Seconds clocking down. But yeah, I mean, this is a tough one for Mago because he can look at this and relish the opportunity, or he can
He's in
crap
good
himself
form, man.
and
He's
be
in good
like,
form.
you know... No matter how... I've seen him in good form again before. When he gets Luffy, he just crumbles. But it's a different game. It's a different era.
Yeah, just passion press all the way.
Mago determined to get his soul back.
Have
maybe
these
he'll
two
get
played
it.
this year
I
at
haven't
all?
seen them actually. That's a good question. Can't recall
not
that
sure.
one. If anyone's seen that, please
I
let
hope
me know,
Ace
guys.
King Offsuit has all of this printed out for us on the weekend so I can look as if I know what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Ace.
MOV versus Brolino.
Yep.
So that should be a very interesting one because Brolino, very solid.
Oh, we've got the brackets on the screen so you
here
can
we go,
follow
here we
along
go.
at home.
There we go, guys. So we're down to the third match down. MOV versus Brolino. Japan versus Brazil.
Yep.
Can Brolino win the hearts of everyone like his compatriot did last year
Kioma.
with a ridiculously inspirational performance? Is it going to be another fairy tale story for Brazil?
He's got every chance, man. Like, I know it's not the easiest match.
I've got him down as a dark horse because with this game, and I'm sure you guys at home would know this as well, it's not always the generic names you should look out for. It's the guys that you have rarely seen. It's them ones that can be explosive. And when I saw Brilinho play against Infiltration at ESL with Etnikala, I was like,
yo,
I ain't seen this guy till now, and he said he's qualified, so you gotta watch out.
He's just been putting the work in
That's it.
behind closed doors.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, not closed doors, but like, you know, putting the work in out of the public eye, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, slowly getting it done.
And then it's the question of how much information does MOV have on him up until the point the bracket was made. So
Daigo, K-Brad, that's going to be exciting. K-Brad is going to want this badly.
no doubt K-Brad
man.
is in front of his
K-Brad
screen right now, just grinding.
K-Brad is a super patriotic guy. He's a very proud man as well. And he just wants to bust Daigo's head.
Yeah.
I know he wants
Yeah,
to just...
absolutely.
Hungry
He
man.
just wants to
And
run
rightfully
through
so.
Daigo. Crouch and medium kick confirms on lock. Damage, get that damage in. Daigo's going to pull out something crazy. This is going to be a hype match. I'm
Yeah,
looking
that-
forward to
that
it.
is gonna be-
Either way, because if Daigo wins, he's going to pull out something sick.
I hope it's
Because
not a
he
lab coat.
always does.
I see it's gonna. I
I
see that one
hope
end.
it's not a lab coat.
And if
I see it
K-Brad
ending very
wins,
quickly.
and if K-Brad wins, the room is going to go mad. So either way, that's going to be a wicked one.
We've got some US on US crime here as well.
Yeah, two really exciting young players, man.
Shame one of these guys.
Du
got
and
dropped out.
Mikey, NuckleDu, and Samurai. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Guile and Ryu, I'm guessing. We know that that's a tough
I
match.
think that's a good shout for
Courtesy of the
NuckleDu.
Professor.
If you're NuckleDu, you should. Yeah, the general.
I guess if Samurai plays the same way he's been playing throughout this entire year, I reckon he'd be fine because he is one of the more patient, conservative Ryus. So
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to deal with the Sonic Boom pressure. I guess with patience, you can force the Guile to maybe overextend himself and make a mistake, and then
Renegade to take you so far.
and then Ryu can really capitalize on you if you make mistakes. He's really got those.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it's difficult because Guile does a lot of things Ryu does better.
Yeah.
The parry's completely worthless in this fireball game. You know, and it's you have to make hard reads, I think, in this. And it will come down to players, and it'll come down to patience. And Samurai, I think, has got the patience, so it'll be an exciting match. I think Du's my favourite there, though, personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you got to go with Du just based on the ridiculous form he's in at the moment.
Okay, so it looks like Xian's playing Chris T.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I was looking at one earlier, and I was
Just
thinking
get
to
changed
myself,
again.
Yeah, it's because who is it that can't go now? CCL. That was it. CCL's not able to make it, unfortunately.
yeah, a big dropout for.
So it rejigged everything again. I like Chris T as a dark horse in this, you know.
Yeah, well,
You think so?
I
I'm
think
not even sure he's a
CN
dark horse. I think this is one of those matchups that you know, Xian's openly said can be very tricky if the Ken knows what he's doing. So
Xian's played so well against Eita though at Stunfest and has done so well against Eita.
you can control Eita, you can control any Ken, right?
Yeah. So
'Cause
and
that
he really abused Eita's bad habits as well in that matchup. Crush countering every he run into a button or run into throw.
That's it.
You know,
he wasn't even crush countering run into a button. He was, you know, when you're concentrating on it, like you always argue
that wasn't a punish.
You should be able to react to.
That wasn't a punish.
Get out of here. That run was still in flow. He just went into
it was minus. It's only -7 and Fierce is 8.
Yep.
Fourth base was 7.
No,
he just gambled
8.
it.
So he was gambling that Eita was either going to press a button or tech. And every time.
Beautiful.
That's why we thought it was a punish, because he literally crush counted him
what a stubborn,
every single time.
Unbelievably stubborn.
Are
you kidding me?
And that's why
he got cross counted every single run.
Exactly. That's why we thought it was a punish.
I thought it was.
We thought it was a punish. It was happening.
My
So,
goodness.
but we went back and checked it. No. So yeah, he really took advantage of that. So it's going to be an exciting one.
But Chris, not like he doesn't abuse run like a lot of those guys.
However,
Nah.
Chris T does have a propensity to get frustrated, and
does.
Fang is so good at frustrating you.
Very good.
So good.
He's one of those characters where it's another question of how much or how well does Chris know Fang, because Fang will capitalize on people that do not know
man, he's a beast.
how
when
he
you don't
works.
know. He'll
So-
stun you in a second if you don't know him.
And he's a very heavy, pressure heavy character. So hope you have your DPs on deck.
That's right. We've got Xiao Hai and Problem X.
Oh, what a draw for Problem.
That is going to be a slobber knocker. Alex against Cammy, 900 health and stun. Don't get hit by anything.
Yeah, I've
Please
seen
don't
that
get-
match.
don't get
I
crushed
see that
out
match
either.
all the time. I see Hurricane and Problem play that match. And
That's
Problem,
2 combos, you know.
Yeah,
That is two
seriously,
combos.
Yeah. Problem literally is happy to concede a lot of the basics of this matchup. He's happy to concede the neutral. He's even happy to not anti-air here and there as well. Gets in that situation where he knows if she does a DP and she isn't supposed to, if he parries the right jump in or whatever it is, the round just turns on its head.
Yep.
I don't think Xiao Hai is necessarily going to be ready for that kind of explosive matchup.
No.
And he's very likely to stick with Cammy for it. So that,
I mean, it's
that
not
should
even-
playing Problem X's favor.
It's not even like... If Xiao Hai plays the sort of game that I see him play, which is very heavily dive kick oriented as well, if Problem's got meter, he's got a very reliable anti-air,
really good
regardless,
anti-air, yeah.
because of the EX knee. That will eat everything,
You
right?
can't
and
get
then
away
you
from
get
that.
guaranteed meaties, and that's when, you know, you get put in that guess situation of you're either going to stay there and eat this medium punch, or whatever you're going to take, or you're going to try and jump the command grab. She can't afford to take an EX hyper bomb because that is
a chunk.
That's a
on
third of her health.
Yeah, 900 vitality characters,
Ridiculous.
220 damage is a lot.
And I'll tell you what, Xiao Hai isn't scared to whip out the DP, which could be his best friend or his worst enemy in that match. I can't wait to see that one. Another one I don't see lasting very long.
Momochi and Mr. Crimson. Ooh. Wow. Is he going to be using Sim or Laura in this matchup?
I don't think Laura would be the worst choice for that match, you know?
I mean, I don't want to be personally biased because
I don't think Laura beats Ken, personally, right? But I don't think Laura is a bad idea.
I think Sim is a bad idea for Ken.
Yeah,
especially Momochi as well.
I've got to agree with Logan.
That's it. You know, he's got to go Laura,
I would suggest he goes
but
Laura.
I think he's going to go Sim.
If he goes
think
as
so.
Sim, then there's something he's been working on, whether
he's
it's
gonna have to
something
work
the
harder
neutral or...
I've seen the matchup played quite well. It's just there's not much margin for error, you know? It's
No.
just,
Yeah.
there's so many possibilities.
I'm going to get clipped by something and then it's very long for
That's
him.
it.
He's
That's
got to
it.
work 10 times harder than if he was going to pick Laura, so...
Laura can weather the storm, man. You know, when she's weathered that storm and she hits you, man, you make them pay.
Yeah.
Tokido DRA, I mean, if anyone knows the Chun-Li matchup, Tokido definitely does. We'll see. Oh, sorry, DRA plays Vega. I'm showing rubbish. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I corrected
He
myself.
corrected himself. I've got,
Nemo, I guess, but he doesn't play like DRA. Be interesting to see that one.
That's a very tough draw for DRA. But I'll tell you one thing, DRA's been here before. He's performed on the big stage before. Haven't seen him for a few years, but I assume he's still been active to have done what he's done to qualify this year. You know, he won't be intimidated by Tokido. He'll be more excited. You've seen this guy.
Yeah.
You know, he really enjoys the moment he gets into it. So, you know, anything could happen.
I've got him down as a dark horse for this tournament as well, but then again, I think out of everyone on this list, you know, the community know DRA well, because we've seen throughout the season, but it's how well do some of these top players know? So have you ever faced DRA before? Have you seen him? What footage is there?
There is a gap of 960 points between these two. That's crazy, right?
Oh, man.
Insane.
You can literally divide that by 4 and still qualify. That is insane.
Eita, speaking of insane, Eita, the most exciting Ken in the world.
Oh, easily.
Against Goichi.
The most electrifying.
Oh, what is Goichi not with HM no more?
I guess not.
Oh, okay.
Cyclops
I was going to say they were teammates, but that's not the case anymore. That'll be interesting. A nice matchup we've seen throughout the entire year. Top 8s at least 3 times.
Get your air tattoos ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Filipino man will be twitching and convulsing in the crowd.
Yep.
As that air tattoo glides in over the standing light kick, and the fun begins.
Oh, boy.
Be fun. Definitely be fun.
Kens don't like Chun-Li's. Chun-Li's don't like Ken.
We don't get on like cats and
What a
dogs.
matchup.
It is the classic Twitter argument.
Shout out to Adele, my bro. Gamer B and Ricky.
That's going to be another interesting one as well, because I think it was from Japan Cup. I really seen Gamer B found the answer for dealing with Chun-Li's normals, and he done it in Nakali's V-trigger because he was just buffering the stand medium punch.
Standing medium punch is
annoyingly good.
exactly,
Since this guidance is an instant back forward, it's just like, press a button, I'm just going to do it and cancel to this guy and send you halfway across the screen.
Take this
Momentum,
guarantee.
easy meaty.
And from then on, it was just Gamer B was just pressing onwards. And it got him 2 premieres. So, you know, I really want to see how Ricky Ortiz is going to handle that.
Any chance Ricky will pick a different character for that one?
I don't think so. I don't think you
so.
need to pick a different character.
No,
I don't think it's a bad
so
matchup, but be interesting to see. Julio and Yukadon. Ooh, that one's tough for Ken, you know.
Now, Yukadon, I did play him a bit when I was in Japan recently. This guy's Nash is just frame perfect. He's doing everything by the frame.
Is he using the Tragedy Assault now for the...
Yes, a little bit. Not as much as Bonchan, but it's being put as part of his gameplay, so I do like that. Julio...
I mean, Julio's got really good explosiveness, so maybe like doing everything by the book might work against him. You never know.
One can only find out. So
yeah, definitely. Justin Wong against Sako.
Wong.
That's not a good draw for Justin Wong.
That's a bad draw.
Justin Wong.
Justin deserved a better draw than that. The season he's had,
and that just shows you like what do these points mean?
There's just no free rides.
You get the best character in the game, the top 2 player using that character, and you were like what, 3rd? Was he 3rd in the rankings?
Ridiculous.
So there you go.
And he gets.
Thank you for working so hard, Justin.
You
get Chun-Li
once again.
I mean, I can see Justin pulling that one out.
He's getting better at the matchup, but so Sako. You know, Sako's getting better every week.
That's the problem. I mean, the Sako that shows up this weekend is probably going to be the best Sako we've seen so far, because he just gets better every time I see him. He's blossomed late, and that could be an advantage in this season's CPT.
I know, obviously, Justin was smart enough to qualify early, and then he played a little bit of Chun-Li throughout the season, a little bit there. So it'll be definitely interesting to see if he's got any new tricks, or is it just going to be down to his pure skill of fundamentals of Street Fighter?
I think it's going to be... You know,
is that medium kick all day?
I think so. He's not really known for new tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I think of Justin Wong, I think, oh my God, that's... I mean,
there was one time
I know exactly what you're going to say. Wait, I know exactly what you're going to say. He OS'd the Kami with the jump in, jump back.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that, wasn't it?
I couldn't believe he did it.
It was the one thing. I knew it was that, because there wasn't a list.
Incredible at not in the most respectful way, not necessarily innovating, but still getting the results convincingly. You know?
I mean, the fact that he goes out and wins, you know, like when a new game comes out, and they have like the launch tournament or like the month 1 tournament. Justin always wins that.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Killer Instinct, wins that. Mortal Kombat 9, he wins that.
Guaranteed.
Blaze Blue, whatever.
What was the game he won at Stunfest where the best guy in France taught him how to play the game? Then he won the tournament an hour later.
I know what you're
on about. That game was called. Breakers Revenge. Is it Breakers?
That might have been it.
Breakers Revenge.
Breakers Revenge is godlike.
That's a fun game, you know.
Justin learned the game in an hour and then won the freaking tournament. Yeah, I mean the guy's ridiculous when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But you know, there was a situation where he had the mid screen EX Tenko into dash forward.
Yeah.
EX again for the kill, and he just did the standard combo.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, come on, Justin. You do know you could have killed there, right? But I think he does know, but he has his comfort zone, and he makes it work, and it's actually a skill. The way he makes his.
You're gonna have to get out your comfort zone to beat Sacco, I'm afraid.
Well, that's the challenge. Yeah, that's the challenge.
So we'll see how it goes. Haitani and FChamp is an exciting one for me because I know FChamp's quite confident.
Okay.
With this, I know FChamp's quite confident.
Yeah,
no. Really hard.
No, actually, no.
There's nothing there?
In my head, I was going to say I can understand why he's so confident, but actually I can't.
Well, I know Haitani's been grinding online a lot. I think he is the #1 in the world now. 33,000 points.
Mad.
Plays nothing but diamonds, super diamonds, and ultras.
He's on it.
I don't know, for the last stage of this season, when he's come up to finals or maybe the top 3, he falls a bit short. He can go really far in tournaments, he just falls short.
Yeah.
How much knowledge he has on Dalsim? Well, as long as you got your crush counter sweep,
full
screen against those limbs, and then dash in 4 times and put yourself in his face. I don't see what else the problem is, but again, I've got Haitani to go really far as well, but obviously everyone's got to get past their first game first.
I think that might be an upset.
Well, the way the bracket evolves, well, let's get past this final match, and then just quickly, the way the bracket is evolved, I'd like to hear you guys top 4s.
Yeah.
Fudo, Ryan Hart. I know Ryan's going to be confident with that.
I was talking to Problem earlier, and he's like, he reckons Ryan might take it as well. The only reason
Ryan's done really well this year against Luffy.
Yes,
really
he has.
Luffy. And I know they don't play the same.
Different game.
But I think, you know, Fudo's going to be playing a clean style. He's going to be playing a very logical style. Yeah, and I feel like Ryan Hart's mind games might
get the better of him.
Might really work against Fudo, and he's going to know the matchup as well because he's been effective in the match.
Well, the lack of command grabs applied in Fudo's game, could play in Ryan
And of
Hart's
course,
favor.
I'm super biased and patriotic as well. So let's go, Ryan!
I know that I think it was Fudo stopped attending tournaments from after he got second place at Evo.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people are saying, I've got Fudo to win it or go really far because we haven't seen him. So sometimes that may necessarily be the case.
Yeah.
So again, and I don't see Fudo whipping out any other pocket characters, just a straight A Mika. I'm curious to see what his Mika's come up with as well. See if I can steal anything.
Definitely, be good fun. Good fun.
Yeah, me being biased like Logan, I've got my money on Ryan.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Ryan win that one. But it's going to be very difficult. I'm certainly not overlooking Fudo.
Let's try to be
yeah,
neutral.
Never.
Let's try to be neutral, guys. You know, and realistically, Fudo is, come on, Ryan! Let's go!
And the last first round match is Phenom against Kazunoko, which again,
that's your reward for being the best European player, Phenom.
Yeah. There you go.
Kazunoko. That one's going to be difficult.
I think, honestly, if you're going by statistics and the season, Phenom's the favourite in this set.
I think so. He's
slightly, just a slight favourite in this.
Did Phenom beat Xiao Hai?
No. No, Xiao Hai beat Phenom, right? Yeah.
But Xiao Hai, I feel like Xiao Hai's just a cut above Kazunoko in this game.
Well, obviously Xiao Hai's got some of the best adaptability skills in the game.
And his reaction's just stupid.
There you go. Xiao's to KOF.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I reckon Phenom might take that. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think Phenom's definitely the slight favourite for that one. But
I know Kazunoko's historically done well against Nakalis in general, like Haitani. Game B's done all right against as well. But yeah, it'd be an interesting one. It's another one that's like it's first round, but that could quite easily be like top 4, like win semis or something.
Easily.
You know,
that's the thing.
At any premier.
Like
so
a lot of these sets.
Great stuff.
So if we go, I mean, just very quickly going back to the top, you see MOV and Infiltration are quite close to each other.
Yeah.
So you know, one of those guys got to go out before they reach the top 4, and then you've also got Daigo and maybe Xian towards the bottom.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd say that bracket, that side, you got to say Infiltration and Daigo. You kind of got to say that, but I don't think that's actually what's going to happen. And then in the lower half, you've got a very similar situation where had Sacco not been so close to Fudo, I might have might have said that those two would but they're so close together. One's got to knock the other one out. And I'm actually going to go with a wild one and say Xiao Hai. Oh man, that's brutal.
Because Tokido's top of that was on.
Yeah,
bracket.
You've got Tokido, Xiao Hai in that part. Is Momochi in that part?
I think he
Hold on, what's going on? Why is the bottom half so brutal compared to the top half?
It's just points. It's seeded on points.
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
God, this is...
That's what happens when you want to get over 400 points.
Yeah.
Yo, you got... Whoa, man. Your problem X, man. You got a mountain to climb, man.
Well, he's confident.
Shock the world, homie. Shock the world.
So should the other 31 players.
Damn. Yeah, I'm not going to call this as the bottom half. I can't call that. That's just stupid. That's just ridiculous. Wow.
I just want to see Problem X put some boots.
Oh yeah,
some boots in.
I want to see that.
You're going down. I want to see.
If he does that, I'm jumping. I'm going to the crowd. I'm going to the crowd for that. I'm doing that in real life.
Jump out of the seat. Hug the compadre.
All of that, mate.
Sit back down.
I'm gonna give you the full juice box on the combo, not the ultra. I'm gonna do the combo that we've all seen. Slash. All of that.
Slash.
You're getting all of it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. 8 players are going 0-2 before Logan jumps out of his seat.
Just rip my headphones off trying to do EX knee. I to do EX knee. And I'll rip my headphones off.
Is it 8 players that are going to go 0-2 in this tournament, or is it less?
Yeah.
It's
Eight
8.
That's how the top 32
8
works,
players
man.
going to go.
Brutal.
That's it. That's it, because you can name all these players again and go through the statistics, how we're doing playing, but it's like 8 of you are going 0-2. I'll just be that guy in the tournament. 8 of you are going to go home. Quickly.
That's just crazy to think after 2 games, like people like Xiao Hai, Sako, Fudo
Someone might be.
could be out. That's just bonkers.
One of I can see like one of those getting an upset.
Yeah,
and
guaranteed, guaranteed. Definitely. Wow.
But yeah, guys, I mean, gonna be any crazy weekend. We're flying out Thursday.
Yeah, flying out Thursday morning.
Good luck to you both.
We will be on comms.
And you can catch it on Capcom Fighters,
Capcom
this
Fighters,
channel here,
yeah.
and ESPN2, I believe, will be
So,
covering the event. You might have seen the adverts on TV already, which is pretty awesome. So
yeah, man, Sports Center and that.
Yeah,
like,
that's it, man. That's it.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, yeah.
Slowly but
Slowly
surely.
but surely.
But yeah, tune in. It's gonna be incredible. I want to know what reveals there's gonna be on the weekends. Season 2 stuff would be good. You know. I want to see the video footage of Akuma or whoever it is, Evil Dan, don't know, Mr. Karate, Heihachi, whoever it is.
Got my fake gun as well to hold to Honor's head when no one's looking.
Don't take that through. I'm not going
Nah,
through.
you can't go
I'm not going
that.
through security.
Yeah,
reviews.
What's the worst that could happen,
You
man?
bearded Muslim man with a gun.
Dude. Tell them I'm here to harass Honor-san.
Well.
Listen, mate, you're walking through.
You know I'm guaranteed getting stopped anyway.
You're walking through customs with a bacon sandwich in one hand and a beer in the other and a Make America Great Again baseball cap.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're walking through
Trump
customs.
for black people. Trump for black people.
Black people for
Woo!
Trump.
I'm pretty sure.
Because listen, mate, you get stopped.
Black
I don't
lives
even,
matter.
I've never seen
Black
you before.
lives. Hey, shut up over there. Trust is
All
Trump's
lives
America.
matter, damn it. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, here's my passport. Can I get through?
Yeah, what?
Really? Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, I voted for Farage. Brexit. Yes.
Yes. City con can eat crack for all I care.
Revealing all the secrets now.
Yeah, we just want to get in there and do some commentary, mate. Do anything.
Yeah,
please.
I really hope
I'm gonna
I
wear a
just hope
suit.
I make
might
it
wear a
through.
suit.
God willing, God willing.
Oh, wait, you're going to wear a suit, you know?
No, there's no
Okay.
suit for me.
I'm telling you.
These guys here, you
Not
know,
gonna do it.
we did the vote, guys, but somehow
He's not going to do it.
I don't think Logan's going to wear a suit, guys.
No.
You know what you should do? Wear that top.
No, I'm not allowed to, apparently.
Oh, what who said?
ESPN.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh, censored. Yeah. No, they don't want to reveal things. I see. MVC. MZC4
Do you know what I
coming
mean?
soon,
They
guys.
want me to do like a Sports Center bit where me and Shaq and that are talking. And whatever. He's not even on Sports Center. Who's on Sports Center? I don't know. Shaq's on like TNT, like the NBA thing. We don't get any. We don't actually get those shows here.
Yeah.
Nah,
You know, we just get like highlights and the live footage and stuff on BT Sports. We don't actually get those shows. So I don't
not the
know.
full show at all, no.
I'm just waffling. Sorry.
YouTube, I watch them on YouTube. But then that doesn't tell me what channel they come on. Anyway,
It's gonna be crazy.
what a weekend.
I'm really looking forward to it. Like I was looking forward to it last week. This has the potential to be like the greatest weekend
Going through that bracket is
Ever.
just mouth-watering. I mean,
The bracket, the matches we're going to see, the potential reveals, like, it's going to be the place to be. So if you are able to be there, don't forget tickets are still available to the PlayStation Experience for that Saturday. And I believe you can get tickets still for Esports Arena on Friday as well for top 32.
and
So
very important that you guys remember that. A lot of people have been asking, what time on Sunday is the finals? It's Friday, Saturday this year, guys. Yeah,
No
Friday,
Sunday.
Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah?
Friday, Saturday, because Sunday's like COD or something at
Yeah.
PlayStation Experience.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. Yeah. All right.
Also, remember, the winner of CPT gets to design a costume
Yeah.
for next year, I believe.
Be interesting.
That'll be fun.
Let's hope. But yeah, now I know who I don't want to win. Without saying any names, you know.
I want Xian to win.
Oh, come on.
Look, if Leicester can win the league and Trump is going to soon be in power, I'm sure Fang can take CPT finals.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible.
I'm getting on
No.
a rocket ship to Mars
No, I don't believe it.
real soon.
I think Trump in power is actually more believable than
Well, it's
Fang
definitely more
winning.
believable because it's happened.
Even before that.
Somebody might be a rich man by the end of this weekend.
But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this little build-up, and we've helped you get more excited for Capcom Cup than maybe you already were. It's going to be crazy hype. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to seeing you guys there if you're going there in person. And if not, catch it right here on Capcom Fighters on the stream Friday night, Saturday night, late night if you're in the UK or Europe. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be posting lots of pictures and videos and all that cool stuff. At WinnerStaysOn, at F_W0RD. I told him
I'll change it one day. I'll
Change it to F-word SF, please, and it's just nice and easy.
Maybe one day.
Everyone tweet him what his Twitter name should be changed to.
You know what, guys? You could do that.
Give him some good
Do that.
suggestions.
And while you're at it, could you at Gordon Ramsay and tell him to give him my name back? Because I had it first. Yeah. Just saying. Yeah.
Can't you change it to the F-word? What about that one? Or F-word blad? F-word blade?
Oh bloody hell! That's
F-word blade.
I can do that. I like
F-word.
that idea though.
What
Just
about-
tweet me some suggestions,
What about
guys.
F-word oh my days?
Oh my god! All right. I think we've hit the wrap time, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having us, Logan.
Thank you very much for joining us, man. It's
Looking
been a
forward
pleasure.
to making history
I'm
again
really
with you
glad
this
that we
weekend.
could get Nollywood F-word in the studio.
Nollywood. Let's do it.
Look out for him in the new Spider-Man versus Predator movie coming to a Nollywood DVD.
Wow,
real
just
soon.
straight racism like that. Is that how
Well,
man's
that
going?
film's bad. Have you not seen Spider-Man versus Predator? That thing's wicked. The CGI's cold. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll be back, not next week, because we won't be here yet. But we'll see you real soon anyway. See you at Capcom Cup.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Good night.
PlayStation